Okay, more of just to get this out there while I'm thinking about it and everything. But just looking at what everyone sees when they see India, I don't see Indigo White, internationally acclaimed and award-winning porn star. I see a screwed-up kid called Indy, named Indy, from a small town in northern Washington, lovely town. I wish I'd grown up there. And house by the river, and normally you'd on the outside looking like an idyllic childhood, but had some horrific things happen to her. And growing up, and at some point after like the second time getting assaulted, figured, by the time to 18th, look, maybe if I just did porn and showed these guys what they're looking, what they're wanting, I'll stop getting raped every 5 fucking years. And managed to make a pretty successful home business out of it. She, again, a couple awards from Pornhub and dedicated fans all around the world. And a contingent of really hardcore people, but also being open about her issues, what she's gone through, how the home life really wasn't as supportive as it probably should have been. No fault of the parents, but like they got to deal with crap, and nobody comes with come home with a kid from the hospital and say, this is what happens if your child is raped at 12. It's all right, I can go you one. Yeah. Let me throw you here. This sort of thing I think you could probably join in here, but basically what I'm seeing is that same screwed up kid from northern Washington, good chunk north of Seattle, but who just wants to make friends and for her, and is trying to figure out this whole world and get herself back on the track she was before everything went to shit. And that's the person I'm still like to be friends with. I think when they finally sort this whole crap out and stop following these weirdo false leads and bogus pseudo-scientific theories and finally realize what the hell is wrong with me. I'd like to be there for the journey and help, okay? I'd still like to be friends with her. All the crap she's throwing on my way, I don't care. I'd still like to be friends with this person because she overall still highly intelligent, thoughtful, insightful, funny as hell. And as soon as she finally figures out she's gone down a bad corner, it's like, hey, I'm still here. I'm still wanting to help. I still want to be friends. Okay? As soon as she realizes she's palled up with some very bad people, because the path she's gone down. And there we go.
Myself, remember?
Mm-hmm. We're looking a little perkier.
No comment.
I was not commenting about breast arrangement here. It was just not quite as
I wasn't either.
Yeah. Not quite as death warmed over as last time.
There's a few things that have made me feel a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
One of which may have ended about 10 minutes ago.
Okay, we'll leave that alone. Hope you cleaned up well. Okay.
Of course. You're not an animal.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just thinking that, everyone think, especially this crowd with their little pet porn star. It's like, I'm still seeing the screwed up kid from this small town in Washington. It's like trying to make sense of the world and following a path she set up. Like I said, I get, maybe if I wanted to porn, it wouldn't be raped every 5 fucking years. Here it is, guys. You don't have to fight for it. There. And try to find, just try to be friends, find people to be friends with, for her, not because she's hot,
I mean, I kind of understand that feeling. Yeah. It's like, might as well give away what everyone's going to take anyways.
Yeah. And again, we're talking, the amygdala is not the most logical part of the brain. Okay. That's the coping mechanism she came up with when she was like 15, 16. And it's worked so far. She's built a pretty goddamn good life on it. So it's hard to argue from that point, you know.
I think most people don't realize just how hard it is.
Yeah.
To make sense of life, reality, or yourself when you've been through those kinds of events.
Yeah.
And I can really empathize. Good, can I empathize? And it's also the being through that kind of a trauma fucks up your sex drive.
Yeah, because I think part of it is that it got turned on much too early in Indy's case. Because she was, you know, they happened in middle school. She really should not be going through that in middle school at that point, you know. No, it's like so we got kicked on and turbocharged, and now it's like by the time she turned 18, which she was still in high school when she turned 18. Because her birthday's September 1st. So she turned 18 at the beginning of her senior year, and that's when she started doing the porn. So, you know.
And that's not going to help with how they're going to look at you and treat you in that situation either.
No.
You're a high school student and a porn star. It's not a good combination.
Yeah, you look at, you know, early stuff when she's doing stuff in the cheerleading. That's her actual cheerleading outfit from high school. Okay, it's not so much. All she do is take off the mascot thing from the front. Otherwise, you know, we got a little skirt thing, Indigo. So, you know. And it's like,
meanwhile, I have been like freaking psycho trying to sort 5,000 tons of everything.
That'll do it, yeah.
So.
No, in other news, the talk with Judge Drexler, he had a family emergency come up. So tomorrow, around 4 o'clock my time in Mountain, 3 o'clock Pacific.
Tomorrow is the talk?
Tomorrow, yeah. So it was going to be today, but he had something come up. So
you didn't update me on this.
It just happened earlier today. You know, so, you know.
Okay, that's a really short time to tell people to tune in.
No, I put in other things. I put stuff out. So okay. So
let's see
tomorrow, 3 o'clock Pacific, and again, I get Rob Burnett. Can you join in there? No, because Mark Altman's having a birthday. They're doing a thing. Okay, fine. Okay, Jesus, well, tell Altman, you know, happy birthday for me, and like maybe you can join in the chat. Son of a bitch.
I'm adding my YouTube. We'll do this one to both channels.
Okay. I mean, finally get a chat where you can, not just me and Burnett yakking about stuff. Actually have something, you know, talking to Drexler about this shit. Okay, fine.
Should be able to turn on both channels when we do this. So at what time in my time here?
It would be, well, you're central, so it'd be 5 o'clock your time.
Okay, so I'll have to take a break from my normal Sunday stream to come do this with you.
Okay.
but that's doable, trust me.
Yeah.
Just you have the tweet up about it, right?
Yeah, I tweeted a couple. In fact, I did an update tweet, you know, just putting the trailer up again and say Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. You know, yeah. And I start talking about Star Trek, and they all left. What the hell? It's like so much for getting back on track, and then I talk about. Well, I start talking about, it and they all leave. So what the fuck? They want the drama.
I'm looking for your tweet, but
well, let me see if I can pull it up here. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. No, not that. Hold on. Shit. Try that again. Oh, God damn. All right. Now, copy. Don't paste. Copy. There we go. All right. And then here we go. And it is sent to your DMs. There we go.
Okay.
In fact, I'll go and in case I pay attention. There's my little teaser trailer there. Actually, I ding with a copyright because the coming attractions part, that tune got me a copyright, claim. I thought, okay, fine. I'm not gonna. I just muted that part. It's like 10 seconds of the fucking video. Fuck you. Oh, and the initial thing Rob Burnett was doing is 900, observations at the same time. Then it suddenly got knocked back 4 hours. Oh, well, great. It's fun times all over.
And he does know that you have a co-host that's going to be there too.
I'll mention it.
I try not to just suddenly be dropped on people because I'm a little hard to handle.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Well, the talk is mainly going to be about the 3-foot model recovery.
Oh, I know.
So
it's just try to be polite. Okay.
All right.
This is going to be interesting. We're going to have to ask him some stuff about different projects he's worked on too.
Oh yeah.
Because it's freaking Drexler.
I know.
I'm not getting hit. Oh my god.
Well, it's kind of mandated. It's like once you get that little Oscar on the stand-up stuff, you have to introduce him as Academy Award winner Doug Drexler. Okay,
Yeah. One moment here. I got to take care of something. I'll be right back.
Just because you got the Academy Award for makeup and Dick Tracy, it's like no, it's not. You get that thing, and I'm surprised it's not in its credits. It has to be because you watch thing anywhere, someone has won an Oscar thing. It when they're in the trailers, it magically becomes Academy Award winner Sean Connery, and then Mark. Okay, we got 7 people watching here. I don't know. It's more than just this stuff. So any questions you want to throw in here, feel free to chime in. Well, like I said, it's kind of the answer to the question, why do I still persist in this thing with Indy? It's like, I'm not seeing some grumpy porn star being, I'm seeing the same mixed up kid who's still trying to make sense of the world after being dealt some horrible crap. And just trying to find friends to help her out with the stuff and also them to help in return. And while I haven't been through half the crap she has, I know I'm probably got an issue here, but I would like to help and I would like to be your friend. So, because she's got a lot of, like I said, she's got intelligent creativity, insight. She's a great girl. Okay. If I was 30 years younger, yeah, I would be figuring a way to get to Seattle. Okay. 30 years younger and single, and that'd be a perfect woman. Yeah, let me at her. But as it is, I'm just seeing, this mixed up kid who has really gotten mixed up with the wrong people. So it kind of adds a little emphasis to it. So yeah, there is a bit of a Captain Save-It-Ho attitude here, but it's like that's not an excuse to just back away, okay? Another thing, someone's in trouble, Well, yeah, I don't think I'll be allowed to anyway, okay?
Oh my God, Steph!
Come on,
that was tacky.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Steph, but what the crap?
Mm-hmm.
Besides, who wants to go that deep in that? I mean, sorry.
Ooh.
I gotta say, I'm in a very good mood about finding out that we get to do that tomorrow.
Well, again, and Indy works alone, so I'm not worried about that sort of thing. But
oh yeah,
the scenes of the monster dildo she's been. Good God, you're supposed to, Okay. Oh yeah, she took what about yeah, big around. How is that supposed to make me feel? Okay. It's like,
all right, I need to go in. I need to go to my settings. Screw it. I know I was avoiding all the dumb young shits, but I have to be public while this is being advertised.
Yeah. Like I really kind of wondered, like, how is it really all that? Where does it connect? Is this a novelty of watching a girl take a 2-liter Coke bottle up her twat? Is that supposed to just the novelty of it that she's doing, or because no man on the planet has a schlong that big, or would want one. So how is that appealing? That how you think you're going to satisfy her now, jackass? Watching her take that, that kind of kills the urge, doesn't it? I did find it interesting. She did post another video to her Pornhub channel. It's a kind of a Pagliacci type French clown thing. But normally she does these things during stream on her Fansly thing and watch along while she's doing it. Not this time. Because she said the stream was lame, goals weren't being met, so screw it. You don't get to watch, guys. So so she did it and debating whether to post it on a.
Well, I just sent it off to the group chats I'm in.
All right. So there's one, it's like certain creepos' cash flow starting to hurt a little bit. They're not getting the sales they used to. Because it's kind of unusual for not to hit those goals she's got in there, and she starts off pretty modest goals,
The problem with that kind of work, period.
But it's a little dehumanizing after a while,
Well, the thing is also the more crazy stuff you do for them, the more crazy it'll have to be to impress them.
Yeah. I mean, while I am gratified, then no, she will.
And did he just freeze for everybody or just me on my end? As I poke and prod myself because of the allergic reaction I had to the meds and the shit we found out, I need to know just how I have to try to host while I do it.
Stupid VPN's going weird on me here.
Okay.
All right, where was I? There we go. Now we're connected.
Talking about her when I want to focus on Drexler.
I forget where I was going. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because there's one thing because it's predominantly a girl video. I mean, the plastic dick is there briefly, but otherwise it's just her riding Mr. Squeaky, which is her little torso fuck toy.
Good.
So named because it squeaks rather annoyingly. So the wonder is that why they didn't come in with a chat? I just like no. Normally, usually they're still pretty because pretty free with the money. So I wonder is somebody having a bit of a shortfall? Gotta wonder. Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh yeah.
I have to check. I'm figuring out which foods react to me and which ones don't, and it seems to be more related to actual carbs than sugars, actually, for some reason. So, which actually, from what I've gathered, is not uncommon for the genetic form.
Yeah. So maybe more of an Atkins type thing might be good,
Kinda.
Yeah, which is good. It's also a good way to lose weight. Usually, yeah.
I mean, it's not like I eat that much of that stuff anyways, but that means I have to cut out my rices and stuff like that to help with my sick stomach. So,
yeah.
That's going to be highly annoying.
What do we got going up here? I'll go back to this one later. There.
My husband is really obsessed with special effects and visual effects. Was obsessed with following Face Off and all the shows about costuming and special effects artists for sci-fi shows.
Yeah.
So I thought I had to tell him who I'm going to help interview.
Uh-huh.
My husband, who tries to stay uninvolved to all this, is like, I think I need to watch a stream. It's like, yeah, I bet you want to watch this stream.
Yeah, well, Doug started with makeup really, because but got into the art design stuff.
I guarantee you, my husband knows everything he's done.
Probably, yeah.
And as soon as I told him, he was just sitting there looking at me like, "Oh." Like,
from Dick Tracy on down, yeah.
I'm like, guys, this is gonna be cool.
Well, it's going to be going back to the fan stuff, because a couple of stores, the Federation Trading Post, which you had one in New York, one in Berkeley. I tried to get the one in Berkeley probably about 5-10 years too late, because I've been turning a bookstore. But
all right,
like I didn't have a chance to get there till I was in the Air Force, and while on leave, we're up in Oakland area visiting some relatives, and I gotta see. I'm gonna try and find this place. I know, I saw it on an issue of Dynamite when I was a little kid. That dates things. Found the store, but it's no longer. It's a kind of teacher little bookstore when I was there. That was like 88, 89. No, 88. I was still in the Air Force.
I'm trying to wrap my head around everything right now. Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I have my little nerd moments where I struggle with some of the events that are going on around me.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. Yeah.
Doug's easy to talk to. I've chatted with him a couple of times on Facebook, I am, so, and gotten a pretty, like I said, talking about, actually with the early days of Discovery, talking about, that Brian Fuller, it's like, no, he's not a friend of canon, folks. It's like, and I remember because when they were doing In a Mirror Darkly, he was of the opinion, he was following like Bob Justman in that memo. It should always be the Delta. That's all the Starfleet. But he was shouted down that no, every ship had its own insignia. They, so they overruled them on that one. And I would counter that memo. Everyone keeps citing that memo from Bob Justman, and they kind of overlook the rather bombastic, overwrought verbiage in it, like upon pain of death. It's like, and then it's signed Grand Inquisitor. Like, he's not being entirely serious here. Plus, if you know the way that everything broke down, Bob Justman was the money guy. He was the one who had to approve all that stuff. So he had to approve the expenditure on the insignia for the Exeter crew. For the Omega, and the memo was about the Omega. I'm surprised about you approved them. What the fuck you mean you're surprised?
Right. I mean,
that memo, written tongue firmly in cheek there. Problem is, in text, everything looks deadly serious. So it's like, come on, people. Like I should dig through, see if I have that memo somewhere. I probably do. But, because it's one of those cases of it's all the Starfleet except when it isn't. Because there's a few cases, like mainly early on court martial, where you see a couple of guys at the bar who, by their attitude, were not part of the Enterprise crew. They were classmates of Kirk's at the Academy, and they're lieutenant commander stuff. But they're wearing the thing, and it was still early days. They still weren't quite sure what they were doing. But even then, when Charlie X, the guys come off the Antares, they got different insignia, So they're kind of back and forth on there. Do we spend money on insignia for a couple of guys in one scene? No. But like when it was a little more important to the plot, yeah, Decker shows up. He's got that insignia. Yeah, that's the one. Had the TV on. Episode Cat's Paws on. And it's one of the scenes where Sylvia is going through the hallways going, and Jones is like, what? There's a cat in here? There wasn't even that realistic a cat sound. Right? There's obviously someone doing cat noises, but he comes up, what? What the hell? Barbara Babcock did the cat voice. She also did the meowing for Isis on Assignment Earth. The cat noises there.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah.
The nerd in me is kidding. The nerd in me is very happy.
Oh yeah. And I'm just thinking, just in the self-serving aspect, this could finally launch the channel and just yes, see, this is what I've been wanting to do with this channel for a long time. Get some of these people in here and yak, I can't get Burnett. I'll get Drexler in here. We'll talk about it.
Well, I was supposed to have a second interview with Burnett a long time ago. And to be fair, it wasn't him who changed that and didn't do it. Mm-hmm. Things just kept happening, and I couldn't get a hold of him and do it. And that was on my end.
And trying to nail him down is ridiculous.
To get a hold of him again.
Yeah. We've been saying for years we need to do something together because I've known Rob for like 30 years. Online, granted, but man, we've been around the time, either a little before, a little after Free Enterprise came out. When we were both on the message boards and AOL, giving Ron Moore all kinds of crap, And I won't say what exactly, but he sent me some things over the year, and they've been appreciated. But and he's also said that if he ever got a job at Paramount and Star Trek, I think I've got a job. Be calling me, hey, come here, I need help.
So I need to have my husband help me set up the Mod Station stuff on Twitch. I am fully eligible now.
Oh, okay.
So then I have both monetized. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Well. Okay.
I know I'm supposed to get notified when Rob finally gets his.
I was kind of
Where's Kermit? Kermit's over here. I don't want to get too much into Kermit though, because I got dinner in the offing pretty soon here, but yeah. That one, I think they kind of messed it a bit, because the thing is, they did an episode of CSI that took place at a slight distortion of a Star Trek convention. It was on a different kind of, astral quest, I think, we called it. But the ads were, original Star Trek series font and everything else. But guys, you own Star Trek at the time. Okay, you don't need to do a parody of it. You can just put the bridge up as the bridge. Make it a Star Trek and make direct references instead of just veiled references.
But they were being weird.
I don't know, but there's one scene where there's some independent producer who's going to do a grim and grittier version of his Astro Quest thing and a presentation and a bunch of these rabid fans of the show. And after his little presentation where everything has just gone to hell and the crew kills each other, one guy stands up. It's Ron Moore. You suck! Then the entire crowd goes nuts. And I'm thinking, it's like, okay, Ron, admit it. You were channeling me, weren't you? Because I know that's the kind of exchanges we've had online and email.
I'm just sitting here trying to get myself into the right state of mind.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the whole thing, right?
Yeah. No, I did congratulate Ron on his performance. Yeah. Emmy written nominate all over it, Ron.
I may or may not have taken over 2,000 photos since yesterday morning.
Okay.
Not knowing me, which is it?
Digital photography is a dangerous thing. At least back in the days, you're limited by how much film you could carry, okay, and how much film you had to get developed. Okay, you can't
Actually, I'm glad it's digital because it gives me a lot more ability to be creative and not worry about the cost.
Yeah, and not
really experiment with things for art modes and for painting styles and stuff like that. I really do things that I wouldn't do if I was just taking pictures.
You get 45 pictures of one animal instead of using 2 rolls of film.
And sometimes when you're trying to get the perfect picture, you kind of need a little bit more. But it's been really kind of amazing. I mean, my husband took 65 pictures today. That's good for him.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get him. Look, I've been trying to get him into this with me forever.
Yeah.
And he does amazing pictures that go so well with mine. And
yeah,
I try when he does a great picture to make sure that it gets credited to him. He gets all that and stuff. But
I mean, normally that in old days that would be like 2 rolls of film and starting on a third.
The thing is, my husband has this tendency. When we start taking pictures, he has a camera and he's carrying it. And he starts carrying it, and he'll just sit there and hold it down like this and watch me take pictures. On one hand, it's very sweet that he's so interested in what I'm doing, and he likes to see me doing it, and he's proud of me. But on the other hand, it's like, honey, you can do it too.
You've got the damn camera. Point and shoot.
Point, shoot. We can use the photos, right?
That was the selling point of the damn camera. Point and shoot. Come on.
So many inappropriate comments. I've been teaching him how to point and shoot for a long time.
But yeah.
I am semi-sorry for that joke.
No, you're not. Well, originally it was about me stating my views of why I persist in this thing with Indy, and I think because I don't see her as some internationally acclaimed and adored 2-time award-winning porn star. I see her as this mixed-up kid from Northern Washington who still needs friends. Real friends, not the pervert she's got around her now. And it's a waiting game now, and trying to keep throwing the things over. Something's got to land and make her wake the fuck up.
You have so much more idealism than I do.
Someone's got to. Yeah.
My brain just says, don't give a fuck. It's not going to work out anyways.
Well, someone's got to stand up and say, no, this is enough. Like I said, the movie Jake Speed, just, that scene towards the end. John Hurt is playing the bad guy. He's got some gal, holding the hostage as a human shield. And this other guy is playing the Jake Speed guy.
Hey, that's a new bird for me. I spent a little time just sitting calmly against the fence, photographing my swans, some of the other birds swimming around behind them in the pond, and a whole bunch of sparrows that kept flying all over the place and landing around them while I was doing it. I didn't have any pictures of a singed sparrow before.
Yeah, Washington is one of those weird woke states, at least around the Seattle, Tacoma area. You know, half of the state wants to secede and join Idaho, along with half of Oregon. There's a reason why. There's a reason why they call it the left coast. Okay, all along the coast are these big blue, bright blue enclaves. You know, Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Los Angeles. You know,
it's not the most wonderful place to be. Let's just put it that way.
No, no, yeah.
I don't have good memories of when I lived in Idaho. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah.
It is not as bad as the coast.
But it's not as left wing. That's the main thing. It's not as left wing as right along the coast there. And they're sick of these idiots. You know, man, because also
it's not as left wing, but it is as racist.
Yeah, well, they can deal with that probably.
They
just the numbers. No, you're being, and they can shut them down and join that fight. But it's kind of what. Nothing that I've been pushing for a while, but Racist also did a real good video on it. Of the concept of the electoral college, apportionment of electoral votes needs to be applied to the larger states too. Because otherwise you get California where it's like LA and San Francisco just squash the rest of the damn state.
Because there are millions in Cali that absolutely hate the political scene there.
Yeah.
That is sad but true.
Yeah. We're the same way out here. Denver and Boulder, two bright blue dots in the otherwise very red state. You know? And New York is like the only part in the entire state of New York that went blue was like New York City and then like in Buffalo. The rest of the state went all red. And the thing is that they hadn't lost so many Republican voters to Florida, there's a very good chance that they would not have the governor they have right now, but too many of them left. You know, so they change things around locally, but you know, there wasn't enough to overrule, outnumber, the rest of the entire state. They're dwarfed by New York City. And if if electoral votes had been a portion type thing, they wouldn't have all these, because too many states are winner take all.
And then it gets to the whole caucus era and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you get the issues you have in places like Iowa here, where it's not the will of the people at all.
Yeah, caucuses are not a good thing. I don't like caucus.
It's
primary. Yeah, primaries are a little better way to fin things up. But like, the only states that apportion their electoral votes they only have like at most 4 votes anyway. Usually like 2 or 3.
They're the least useful.
Yeah. They need to.
Look, I absolutely hate that this whole country has been turned into a 2-party system we were never supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it's not even the 2-party system. It's progressive A and progressive B. They have different goals in mind, but they have a progressive government either way.
Yeah.
And it drives me insane.
Yeah. Well, for the most part, the 2-party thing is kind of a product of people tend to either go this way or that way. You don't get a lot of middle, and that they eventually, when it comes to election time, everything polarizes out to left or right. Okay, that'll be that one. Dinner time. Hold on, back in a bit.
People are also lemmings. They will go along with whatever they are told that they think.
Steph, you want to join in there? I can send you a link.
Okay, never mind. Anyway. It gets extremely
I don't want to twist your arm or anything. Jesus Christ.
Sometimes.
There. Yep, that is dinner. All right.
But that's a whole other discussion with me. I've been click. taking some interesting pictures today. And I would so handily stand on that fence and take many, many more. But we were tired. My husband wanted to come back to the house, so we came back to the house. Hi, Steph.
Hey.
Is he driving you nuts yet?
Always.
You know what you do when he drives you nuts, right?
What, withhold sex?
No, that punishes you.
Mm.
I have never understood the whole withhold sex thing. I mean, it can't be that good of sex if you can easily give it up.
Mm.
Either that or I'm just shamelessly nymphotic.
Okay.
And here he comes.
I hope not on stream.
So
If Bob doesn't know, won't hurt it.
Menaces?
They're not in here. I'm working.
I want to see Panther do what he does best.
Apparently he's been doing that a lot. Ornery's got bite marks on her neck. I'm just saying, little shit. Horny little bastard.
What's up with baby girl?
An IQ of about 5.
I like baby girl.
I love all my kitties. Doesn't mean they're intelligent.
No.
So I'm trying to figure out how many photos I've taken this year so far.
Ow. Ow.
Knowing me, boy.
Okay.
Let's take a bet. Knowing me, how many pictures do you think I've taken this year?
Okay. Probably more than Leonard Nimoy ever did.
Okay, I missed something. What the hell does Leonard Nimoy got to do with anything?
She asked how many pictures she's taken this year. I said probably more than he ever did.
Well, Leonard worked with actual film. He didn't do digital. Yeah.
I was going to say I wouldn't take that many if I had to pay for the film. It's expensive as fuck.
Yeah. He was very, he learned, early on as a kid. He was fascinated with photography, but he, set up a darkroom and the whole thing. And this was Leonard's thing to do,
Look, I have great respect for him and for what he did.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people I really respect as photographers who I draw inspiration from. Mm-hmm. Hell, he may be a young shit, but I draw inspiration as a photographer sometimes from Irwin's kid. Because his son's a fucking phenomenal photographer for a young guy. He's got it together. You've seen the shit he does for the photography for their zoo?
I haven't seen the photography.
And for the safari he does? Oh my God, he is in his father's footsteps in a more artistic way. He is just amazing.
Bring something more stable here. There we go.
Schmoopy.
What?
Drink, please.
What do you want?
Soda.
Okay, hold on there. Since I don't want to do a chair stream, I think,
Chicken shit.
Oh, he just doesn't want to show off his goodies.
I'm wearing pants, goddammit.
You're never going to live that down, God.
Oh, yeah.
We will be 90 and we'll be reminding you of that.
Speaking of reminding him of things, his new T-shirt is in town. They're gonna probably deliver it on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the exact same one that I said you should get for Steve.
Yeah, it's not quite him.
I am a spoiled husband. I have an absolutely freaking awesome wife.
I mean, that part's true, but it's just, I'll be honest, I'm both spoiled. I'm both, it's everything. I know that's terrible to say. It really is.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, your T-shirt's almost.
I know. I heard the place is not soundproof, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Your voice does carry.
Yeah.
Yes, Pot.
Ow.
All right. And our camera. Hi. Okay.
So, in the news.
You should be thankful though, Rosetta, because there was one time when Kid's sister showed up and Bob was completely.
Well, she kind of showed up unannounced. I was in the kitchen fixing stuff, and you went, "Oh my God!" Yeah, well, what happens? You don't give proper notice.
Why is it always the weird old people that walk around their houses naked?
Because they get a point, you just don't give a shit anymore. Yeah. Like, why am I getting dressed? I'm not going anywhere. No one's coming here. One more, just getting clothes dirty for the sake of no, fine.
You are a disturbing little bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is.
And you married him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So what does that say about you?
I like disturbing, dirty old bastards.
Yeah.
So I am losing my ever fucking mind.
Mm-hmm.
No, my mind's not ever loving. It's ever fucking. There's a difference.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we can be excited about tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because this channel finally hits the big time, sort of.
Oh, God. Ow.
Mm-hmm. I am like half dead today, I swear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh. I gotta stop doing that.
Mm.
When I hit
At some point, I should go check to see if the person illegally parked in the handicapped spot is gone yet. Yeah.
at some point here today,
Mm-hmm.
I will hit a point where I will be able to check exact numbers on how many whats I've got. Okay. When that hit that point, I got to find out how many pictures I've got so far this year.
All right.
Realizing that I tend to take a lot of pictures in December when eagle season gets hard. So just because it's September or November, I can't even speak. Does not mean that this is anywhere near where it'll end. That depends on how eagle season goes and how quickly it kicks off. Because when I go out on eagle season, if I can find a lot of eagles, I'll take hundreds and hundreds in a few hours.
Walton's live now. Should we go read him?
Are you trying to cause trouble?
Yeah, do something.
I mean, I'm at this point where it's like it's ever circling and say, I just have to keep myself going at this point.
No updates on. Let me just kick it up here. So I'm trying to find a damn link.
I had an interesting day. I went out for a few hours with Steve. We did a small loop. Stopped by a few places we like to take pictures. Took a few pictures.
Yep.
We didn't spend a long day out. We didn't do a whole shit ton of all kinds of stuff. We just did a few. Had a relaxed time.
Okay, and Rob's live stream is in 3 hours, which means it is almost 6 o'clock here, so probably 9 o'clock by the time he finally kicks the thing on. So on one hand, it's a little frustrating that, he said he couldn't do it because he's doing that, and now you got thrown off. I was only going to do about an hour, so. But it fell apart anyway, so no harm, no foul, I guess, but still.
I just want to scream with him again. We were meant to a while back, but we never got a chance to.
Yeah.
That is an interesting action shot.
Okay.
It's just a stupid goose, but.
All right.
You want to see it?
Yeah, sure.
Might as well, right?
Otherwise, I thought you were talking about what I did with the potatoes, but okay.
I don't want to know what you did with anything.
Okay.
It's an interesting action shot.
Yeah. Well, you don't see very often.
And you actually can see it's actually got pretty good details still.
Yeah.
You can see the splatter well. You can see the feather detail behind the splatter, and you can see the headline well. Which means sharpen it slightly, and it's going to pop like hell.
Okay.
I mean, I acknowledge that I wouldn't succeed as a photographer in the era of film. A, because I take too many. B, because I need too many failure pictures just from spastic pics and shit. So it wouldn't be functional. That said, I do love what I do.
Oh, yeah. And you got several thousand pictures to prove it. Go with the tater chips.
Some British ones out in the field. And that is the rarest one. They still only have a few thousand. They were down to triple digits at one point not long ago. They migrate through here, though. So I get to actually photograph them in mass, which is like really rare for much of anybody to get to do. I love getting a close-up of the squirrel eating because he almost looks like a kangaroo.
He says, my nut. Mine, damn it. No one's going to find my precious.
Look closely at what's on the ground there. He was underneath all the bird feeders to the bird blind. Pick up all the nuts and seeds that were falling off it.
Mm-hmm. The precious.
It's like, what they knock down, I will eat.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's a nut hatch.
Mm-hmm.
An interesting thing I caught on the other camera, because that's the one I had out at the time.
Mm-hmm.
About halfway through the time we were sitting there in the bird blind doing this, the deer just walks into the feeders about 8 feet in front of us, stops dead in front of us, turns, just stares at us for a little bit, nods its head, and then walks casually around for a bit. It's like, completely casual, like, whatever. I'm not scared of you. How did you get in that box? Like, there's a woodpecker.
Uh-huh.
I was having a little fun. I was out with Netcat.
Uh-huh.
I went out with him yesterday for a while and hung out.
All right.
That's a titmouse.
Sure.
A gray crested one, actually, but yeah. Woodpeckers want their food.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how you can tell which woodpecker that is?
Mm-hmm.
The females don't have the red on the head.
Ah.
Out of several of the types we have in this area.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the female. It is interesting some of the stuff that yeah, I mean, bald eagles were out.
Yeah.
Baldies! Up in the sun. And that's another good action shot. Look at that.
Going for a fish.
Yep. That's the gull landing and going for a fish. It landed in that position. It's such a graceful landing. There's nothing edited whatsoever in these pictures. I literally just took them.
Yeah.
So you're seeing very raw work.
Yeah.
So let's see. So this is what I've got to deal with right now. I did post a new picture a few minutes ago. You want me to show you what it is? It's pretty. If I can remember which rose type it was. Okay, I remember enough to know it has this in the name. Aha! Not that one, so this one. That.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you showed that one.
Wow.
I just got that one found in the files today. I've got some hella good black and whites of the flowers.
Yeah, you're going nuts with the black and white stuff. Yeah.
Well, these are the ones I've taken off and on through the years. It's just where I'm at. It's finding them right now.
Yeah.
This is a glimpse at the life I lead, people. For better or for worse, this is my life.
Yeah.
And I consider it mostly better. I love doing this stuff.
Yeah.
I do love it. I went by and checked on the Otis eagle nest today and got to see both eagles up in the nest. I get pictures of them there, and that always makes me happy. I'm just trying to get the last few sorted into here so I can actually figure out how many pictures I've taken so far this year.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's going to be an interesting folder.
Yeah. Now, this last Beatles song has got me kind of playing around with stuff here. Come on, kid. Okay.
Do I have any trumpeters yet this one? Yes, I do have the trumpeter swans this year. So I just add those to the folder. Which berries are those again? I think they're. Yep, that's right.
I remember the geese at one of the apartment complexes we used to stay at. Oh my God, those were
Obnoxious little fuckers. Yeah, well, Canada
Yeah.
geese, they're obnoxious little fuckers anyway.
Yeah,
I have a very interesting folder pictures that aren't for the faint of heart.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking pictures a couple days ago
Mm-hmm.
of the female duck that had the bottom of her bill ripped out.
Ooh.
Oh, she's still walking around eating, but she looks really derpy now because her tongue hangs down because she can't hold it upright.
Oh.
She's still functioning.
Yeah.
But
something I can play. Get the last Beatles. I forget the last Beatles album, frankly. So because there was talk of doing another album after Abbey Road, but those things fell apart before they get. But they were getting some plans together, and there's one channel, Vinyl Rewind, what up with a pretty good lineup of what the track list should be, because all the songs that they were working on at the time that wound up on solo effort, but probably would have been real good tracks for a last Beatles album. And with this last single there, I figured gave me a title. Okay, here we go. And this is what I figured would be good outwork.
I mean,
because there are the old ones up there, and they're new. Use that new track as the title now and then. Yeah. And here's the track listing. Mostly what this guy suggests. Not that's a good lineup here. There's your Monk Prairie Moon Delight that you like so much stuff.
cool.
But yeah, What Is Life? We're going to kick it off with. Instant Karma was one John was working on at the time. Not Kills the other George one. Then maybe on Maze, that was thing. Now and then's the new one. And actually, I've heard a few tracks where they do some AI stuff or just re-perform it as Back in These Days as an upbeat number, and it works. Just a faster beat and a little more up. Yeah, it works as that thing. And then kicking outside too, it Don't Come Easy, the Ringo, and then Hold On, Dear Boy, Imagine, because he was flitting around with that around the time. And then Another Day, just another day. Yeah, Child of Nature mutated later into Jealous Guy on the Imagine album, but the original, this would be the original version. And then wrap it up with My Sweet Lord. Yeah. But I forget, this will be your final Beatles album, taking the bow.
Drop Imagine off it, and I'm happy. I really fucking hate that song.
Well, it's a little overdone. Yeah, but I think also
it's not that it's overdone. It's fucking whiny and communist as fuck.
Well, yeah, it's the he said it's the Communist Manifesto set the music really, but I think in later years, apparently, if depending on how you listen to, that John did actually start to back away from that and get a little conservative.
Now it is interesting if you want to go down that road. My favorite version of that song would be the one that Tim Hawkins did.
Haven't heard that.
I'll play that for you when we're off air.
Okay, I imagine it takes a rather saucy view of.
Well, he's a Christian comedian, so it doesn't go too twisted.
Yeah,
but it does. There's like parents burning down Chuck E. Cheese and shit like that in it. It's like twisted as hell.
Oh God,
it's an interesting one.
Yeah. Now, it was apparently when he showed up on Monday night, when John Lennon showed up during the Monday Night Football game, and they had him in the studio there. Ronald Reagan was there too. I think he was running for president. You still just governor. And there's a thing where Reagan is explaining American football to John Lennon, and they're sitting there, yeah. Now they got along famously. So, There's also kind of an unconfirmed sort of quote, John, who essentially predicts Donald Trump. Say we really should have a businessman in charge to get something to make it work on all that. So, again, who knows? How much of it's real or bullshit.
Like I said, I just hate that song. I'm not going to judge how he was for life and all that stuff because I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah,
but I hate that song.
no, he was admitted Maoist at the time. You know.
Oh, I know.
Even though just about a year earlier with the revolution, and if you go carrying pictures of Chairman Mao, you ain't gonna make it with anyone anyhow.
Oh, there's a link that I dropped in the private chat for you, Rosetta.
Oh dear, what do we got here?
What is she saying? Because her mic's cut out again.
There's a link in private chat. Your mic is off again. Yeah, geez, yeah. What is this here? And the title section. Okay. David Guetta, Titanium, featuring Sia. Yeah, featuring Sia. I'm sure that's one of those songs you play 16 times a week. Yeah.
No clue.
Again, if I've heard it, it's only because you tend to play things, like a teenager, 5, 6 times.
Well, originally, Sia was not supposed to be the vocal on that song. It was supposed to be either Katy Perry or Mary J. Blige, but David Guetta liked the vocals from Sia so much that he just slapped them on there.
Okay, what did she write the song originally? Or what? That's usually how these things happen,
Yeah, I think she might have.
Yeah, she does a demo and does that, but hey, why don't we just
Who?
Sia?
Okay.
She's written a lot of hits with other people. She hasn't done, hasn't really hit it herself much. She's had a few hits of her own, but mostly stuff she's written for other people.
I don't know her either, so.
Yeah.
Well, her big shtick is she'll usually come out on stage in a wig where the bangs are so low.
Yeah, they're covering her face with half her face. There.
Yeah.
The problem with the whole conversation there, stuff is, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't follow that stuff much. I am more into rowdy stuff.
Barely follow that stuff again.
That's nothing against you, Steph. It's just I'm more into the rowdy.
Well, let's see what I know. She's had some big. Let's see. She has started showing her face more, by the way, because that's like it's getting old. Okay, so 9 0.
Yeah, she wasn't too happy about having her vocals on Titanium at first, but
check your mic, okay? Your full name, Sia Kate Isabel Furler. Yeah. Born in Adelaide. Get to the Wikipedia here.
that's still being wacky.
Well,
It's extremely, opportune for me at times.
Yeah.
Trying to make things work, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I like what I do.
Yeah.
That's a downy woodpecker I showed you, by the way. I was going to double check.
Well, she's a good songwriter and a pretty good vocalist, so I'll leave it at that. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, she wasn't happy with her vocals on Titanium, but then she kind of finally said, okay, I'm making money at it. So
whatever, she's getting paid. Who cares? What else have I been playing with here? Let's see.
And frankly, I like that song a lot better than Hozier.
That's nice. Okay. Let's see.
Okay, so I'll look at that. down. I am like exhausted and trying to make my brain work.
Oh, shut up, you. Where?
Something that you lost, Steph, sweetie.
Let's see if I can find that memo.
I love you.
Let's see.
I mean, I'm just.
Where would I have that?
I feel overworked lately. I have to have more organization, more sorting, more files fixed, more crap in order. I mean, I'm just pushing myself lately, and I'm trying. 78 back.
Let's see. Well, you want to see a lot of strange things.
Why are you so interested in me being humiliated on air, Steph? I love you, but I don't need a wardrobe malfunction. I have modesty. I don't want to show it off.
And we're trying to get the cat to stop doing that. You know? Well, that's...
Panther thinks it's his job to hump every female in this house, no matter what her species is. Panther is just a horny little fucker who likes humping everything.
Okay.
Sorry. It's time we speak the truth.
Yes, it's... Panther's a horny little kitty cat who needs to learn his lesson. Am I going to have to go hunting for this stupid memo? Hold on. Damn.
Oh, I did start watching this new, I wouldn't call it a reality show, but...
some kind of thing. One of these reality competition shows with being produced by the same people who do the Bond films. It's sort of put you through different little challenges. The prize at the end is $1 million for everyone on the team. £1 million, yeah, it's a British show. I'm gonna have to go hunting for this stupid thing. Okay, fine. I should have it anyway, so I'll make sure I get it.
And the whole thing is being
all right.
observed by this guy called the Controller.
Yeah, the Controller being played by Brian Cox, who did British, Scottish actor, not the Professor. Okay.
All right.
Brian
Now.
Cox was one of the X-Men movies that I remember.
Memo insignia.
All right. So now that I have all of these things in here, how many pictures do I have so far this year? As it scans. Just shy of 51,000.
Yes, here it is.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, 55,000.
Just shy of 51,000.
Yikes. Okay. Here.
I love my work. And the thing is, while I do have a failure rate, a lot of my files are fucking solid.
Okay, let's get back over here and let's open this up by itself. Damn it! I said open image, new tab. There we go.
Yeah, there was a producer who came onto the set of Schindler's
For
List
God's sake.
and was bitching about the price of the black and white film. Well, once you know, the day he was supposed to leave, you know, he tripped and
I'm happy with what I do.
he tripped
Okay.
and fell off of a rigging, you know, and broke his leg.
Anyway, here's that memo so many people are hanging their hat on. Everyone's got the same unit. This is right. It's like, say, to Bill Tice from Bob Justman, subject Starship Emblems from December 18th, 1967. Whilst sitting in dailies today, it was noticed by the starship captain from another starship was wearing an emblem unfamiliar to yours truly. I have checked the occurrences out with Mr. Roddenberry, who has reassured me that all starship personnel wear the starship emblem that we have established for our Enterprise crew members to wear. Doubtless, this situation has arisen due to the fact that a different starship emblem was used last season on Charlie X. However, the personnel of that other ship in that show were the equivalent of merchant marine or freighter personnel, and therefore not entitled to wear this proud insignia on their individual and collective breasts. Please do not do anything to correct this understandable mistake in the present episode. However, should we have a Starfleet personnel in any episodes, please make certain that they wear the proper emblem under penalty of death. Signed this 18th day of December in the year of our Lord, 1967, by Robert H. Justman, Chief Inquisitor. Copy to Gene Roddenberry, John Merritt Lucas, D.C. Fontana, Greg Peters. And a P.S. A craven I'm sorry will be sufficient. So, this is not the work of someone who is seriously having a problem here, okay? And again, Justman is the one who had to approve these things in the first place. So, you know, he had to sign off on somewhere that they're going to do new insignia for this other ship.
Yep. Oh, that clearly read so seriously.
Oh, yeah. In fact, actually, I forgot to save that thing. Hold on. What? As soon as I get that memo copy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to find a better copy, though. If I can't find another copy. Or was that the one I got? Okay. What's that one? Well, that'd be the physical copy, but no, it's that one. You know, and Justman's memos were the stuff of legend, anyway. So, you know, that's half the reason for getting the making of Star Trek is to read those memos.
Oh.
Let's see. There we go. Now, and save this. Hopefully, it's going to be nope, of course not. What the hell is an AVIF file? Let's try another one here. Okay, imager. That should be recognizable for me. Okay, save image as JPEG. There we go.
Ooh.
Memos and letters. Have I already got it? Wait a minute.
You want to put back up my screen share a sec for her?
Hold on. Yeah. Oh. Hold on.
One moment. Just let me drop the save down here really quick. And then there.
Mm-hmm.
How's that? You can even see the leaves in the background delicately behind it. So it's not just black behind it. I like my work. That one definitely needs to get posted also.
Ow. Okay, it looks like I'm going to be saving the memo after all. Why don't I have this already? Go large on this. Nope.
I need to open Discord. Okay. And I need to drop a couple things in.
So let's put it in this file.
Deco sets. Let's get this one more time.
Okay. So I'll get that one done. And I finally have that stupid memo to show off. Tomorrow. Okay. Why did I close that? That wasn't what I was going for, actually.
And please don't sing that if you want me to stay around.
Yeah.
That song is so cringe that it has its own cringe world. It's like special cringe just for you.
Yeah. Well, within the context of the scene, it's really heartwarming. But by itself, it's like, no.
I found that entire movie cringe. The
Well,
entire play,
that's-
all of it.
Yeah. They're never a big Orphan Annie fan anyway, but still.
I never got the whole obsession with Orphan Annie.
It was kind of of the time, I think. I don't know. My legs fall.
I get the whole orphan struggles and all that and things like that. I get the poverty stories and stuff like that. I always found her irritating.
Yeah. I mean, truth be told, as far as it really goes, I had a minor crush on Andrew McCardle for a while, but beyond that, you know. Whoops.
Patriot White Geranium. Yay. I still want to know what British bastard named a black funeral flower American Revolution.
Well, it might have happened during the Revolution. There we go.
That's a nice way of saying fuck you Americans, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
If I sort my photos, as I take more photos, I really do love the work I do.
Ever gonna get my plate?
Oh, hold your horses.
Big Rose Bronze Leaf Begonia. Well, that's a fucking weird name.
All right. Need to go get her plate, so hold on. Get my own plate while I'm at it.
Da 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 da. See, this is the crazy artist girl who does 5,000 fucking things. Cocktail vodka begonia. Okay. I can do that. And tomorrow I will be taking more photos. Because I don't have enough. Right? Yep, that's a sparrow. Sparrow. This just in, crazy chick takes over the stream.
Okay. Right. Return to the command chair, which I will be replacing once I get paid.
Okay, so how far up do these go? That's all the same bunches all the way up to the other flower type up here. So that is all the same.
Mm-hmm. All right. That's enough with the pistachios for a while. Trying to avoid just snacking on one thing. You want to shift around a bit.
I'm just trying to behave.
This one I blame on Kevin Smith.
Okay.
Chocolate covered pretzels. Yeah.
I would think that would make you not want to eat them.
No, I had no problem with Kevin. Yeah.
You want to be stink palmed?
Up to Kevin.
Stink palm them.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a good art mode shot.
Mm. Yeah.
It's an intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, crazy chick.
She's in the bathroom.
Mm. Oh, that's a lovely name. That one's named. This one here.
Oh.
It's called Darkness Approaches.
Okay.
I mean, I thought it looks like darkness and the sun's starting to come out and shine through it.
Mm-hmm.
But daylight approaches probably didn't roll off the tongue as well.
Yeah. All right, time for those.
I'm not going to narc on any friend, but I will actually say one of my friends gave me a photo editing program last night.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Which I'm still learning that one, but at least it was for free.
Yeah.
Whether he got a lightning deal where he got it for almost nothing when it's supposed to be a $70 program or not, it's still a $70 program I got free.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I much love for that one. Much.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, whose identity will remain secret for his own protection. Yeah.
Northwind Dancer, Daylily.
Okay.
I mean, it is actually crazy how much I've gotten done with this shit in the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
These are all obviously all the same flower here. These rows, different angles, different lighting. Focus on one, focus on both.
Yeah,
but all the same nonetheless. So let's drop this over here. We'll look at like this one here. Or the zoom focus here. Show the light between the two.
Looks like a negative almost, yeah.
That one is Ruby Spider. Do I have that one or not? No.
What?
I don't have Ruby Spider.
Sorry.
What?
I need some help.
Oh, God.
I will continue to amuse people with my photos. Go do your thing. why it pays to have a co-host around who can fuck around while you do your shit. Because it's very hard to stream and not have things distract you and come into the middle of the stream time. It's something we all learn is our lives have a tendency of interrupting our stream time. Yeah. I would think I I'm a little cheeky. I'm a little cheeky bastard. Bitch. I have to take you down. Xena Holly Pink. So do I have Holly Pink? I do. Yay! So I am trying to sort 5 fucking tons of shit so I can make some gorgeous pictures and prints out of it.
Oy. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Oh, news from Steamy. He went to the dog shelter today.
Okay.
Got acquainted with a nice German Shepherd from got put in there because the lady who owner died, and seemed to be going to go back tomorrow, take out for a walk and play around. If they get along well, he's taking her home.
Eastern Moon, Easter Lily.
Oh, God.
Eastern Moon, Easter Lily. Okay. I'm glad he got something. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. This dog's only like 5 years old, so.
A little sad with what he's been through, and it's kind of crap that when he can't try to find somebody to be kind to him.
Yeah. You got kicked in the teeth for no good reason.
I get occasional messages.
Yeah.
And support stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
He's nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if these people are so determined that they can tell everybody's the same person, if I could fake them out into thinking I'm somebody I'm not.
I think I'm getting past these screen caps from frankly, a rather disinterested third party. He's got a mate who's into this whole thing, but he thinks Indy comes across as a spoiled little brat who thinks of herself. But he passed these things on to me, and there's one guy. It's like he's canceling his account on here and on with Tumblr. He's just sick of the whole thing. It's ridiculous. He's getting crap all over the place, being accused of being awesome. Mumsy, who has multiple accounts. Why would you have multiple accounts unless it's to cause trouble? You know. In fact, let me just pull that up here.
All right. So how's that one look?
Yeah. Frankly, it's kind of sad, though. You know.
It's kind of weird. It's like the giant sticking out in all the small ones. There's kind of an introspective view of reality with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Meanwhile, here's what I get. Shows up on my thing here.
No one compares to.
I should repost this a few times.
That's all we people want to see of you. I mean,
yeah. I'll put that back up. Let's see. All right, let's see where I put it. Actually, no, it's in my mess. Doesn't go any further. Here we go. Yeah, here's the last little thing I got on this matter. One of two. One of, but that's it. Last post says I'm deleting my account here on X. I think I assume this is coming from Tumblr. The crap I'm still getting over the Indigo white lies is insane. Spoken to many nice people that feel the same as Robert. I get blocked just because some bitch called Umsy says I'm somebody I'm not. Then she sends me nasty DMs from her many accounts. I mean, why does one person need so many accounts if not to cause trouble? I've been told that I'm not the first person blocked because of Umsy lies, but still Indigo just goes along with these creeps. Indigo blocked me, but never said anything nasty to me. So her so-called friends, telling people I'm a stalker. I'm telling DMs to my friends and telling them lies. Gene and Mistron telling people I'm someone called Gazer and Lester. Yeah, he's very unheard of them. They're fucking mental. As much as I liked Indigo, her creeps that control them are stalkers and freaks, and the fact Indigo defends and calls them friends shows the mental problems he's having through all at the moment. Warning for Robert. Gene said if I would pretend to be your friend and pass his info, then he would see about getting me on blocked. X is full of these perverts now. Indigo, you're blocking the wrong people. Just because they pay you doesn't mean they're real friends. They're creepy fans. They would fuck you against your will if they had the chance. Block them and grow up.
That was from Steamy?
No, this was from passed on to me by this other third party.
Another, huh?
Yeah. Like I said, they're getting this stuff too, but they can't show their faces because they'll get blocked. But here's another one. Short one is look at this getting screen caps. Warning, Indy. Gene's telling people how anyone sick of your dick can see your pussy on his website for a low price. You just have to DM him and pass the smell test. Again, the whole thing, I'm never doing a girl video again. Well, yeah, you're playing right into his hands then, because that's his bread and butter. Is selling all your girl stuff.
Hey, honey.
Well, in fact, you really don't, as far as her family stuff, you have to pay him a damn thing, because there's one site here. Everything is up there up until like the beginning of the Halloween stuff. You can go back to her first post on Painsley years ago and get everything there. What?
Has Rosetta ever seen that picture that Curry drew of you?
What?
This one guy, Kakuri, one of the people gone. He's gone hard religious though. It's like, let me see if I can pull it up here. Let me just go to his page, find it that way. But he's been doing a manga on this whole thing, and it's changed course a few times as his own mind took different turns here and there. For instance, he's of the opinion that Umsi is secretly trying to help Indy. I don't think so. I think she's in on it, frankly. She may be getting a cut of the whole thing for all I know. Need try to think for a while. We're doing it. I don't know. One. It's hard to figure Kakuri out.
I just assume they're all shady, fucked up assholes, and it saves me time.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember that page. What the hell? Hold on. Different page 16. But he's really been pushing a religious angle, and I'm just trying to think, no, really, we don't want to do that angle, okay? You know. For one thing, I think Indy's view on religion is not very different from mine. Okay, so you try to push it, it will backfire big time. Okay, so here we are. There we go. This is about page 3 or so. Anything, you know. So he came across this whole thing, and he's gonna go after the creepy stalker. And then hi, not creepy at all. You know, not comment. You made me look like a chipmunk, frankly. But it's a cute guy who worries about that person looking like Andrew Tate or being groomed by a friend. Talks a lot about him on his YouTube channel and always tries to talk to him on Twitter. But it's art, you know, yada 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 yada. And it's gotten strange for a while. Yeah.
I don't understand this whole little subculture they've created over there.
Well, it's kind of like when I did that one video of the little sex cult they built up around her, with her as the object of of worship. But they're the ones controlling it. They got all the earmarks of it. Nobody got to her but through them.
It is beyond bizarre and it's creepy. Yeah.
And I'm just figuring sooner or later something's got to give on this. She's got, because she's not this stupid usually.
See, again, you have more faith in her than I do.
Well, I've been following her longer. So,
See, some flowers just lend themselves to weird art modes.
Now, I'm not sure what the hell Kakuri is going after here. It's like,
what I mean?
There's a little bit of Islam, a little Buddhism, some Christians, and he advocated me getting a hold of the various Orthodox Jews. No. Even Islam, definitely not Orthodox Islam. No, they would kill her. Okay, for various reasons. And I already had enough of the thing about the Orthodox Christianity. It's a ban all pornography. We've been drawing porn since the caveman days. We invented porn before we invented writing. Okay, never going to happen.
That's only the extremists, because most of us know we can't control other people's actions, only the actions of ourselves.
It's as
I don't agree with gambling, and I don't believe the government should be restricting the ability for casinos to open.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe in micromanaging other people's lives. I believe that change should come from the heart, not from force.
Yeah. It's like, we looking at pictures of naked women or naked persons is as ingrained into us as the sex act itself. Okay. We're not doing it. We want to look at it. Okay. That ain't changing.
Me, I just want to do it. I don't care about looking at it. But.
Yeah. No, contrary to the numerology thing, that somehow I'm trying to get him how he gets these numbers, but he figured that Indy's number is a 7, which is they should change the world. My number is a 3, which makes me I'm basically a good luck charm. So it's like the two of us together could change the world.
Who is this?
Kakuri. This he's an odd number. Right. It's also saying that my best year's coming up. Well, that's good, because they've had some pretty lousy ones to this point.
I was going to say, I hope my best year's coming up. Otherwise, my life's going to suck.
Yeah. And right now, it'll pick up a bunch when I finally finalize reapproving it on Medicaid. because that's putting a major wrench in a lot of things, mainly my paycheck. Because my being paid as Steph's caregiver is through Medicaid, through state Medicaid, and because something missed the deadline, I get thinking, and I just got the damn raise. It finally started getting, but finally got a hold of somebody at the county. So they have, what she said, she escalated it, getting straightened out. Hopefully by the time they cut the checks, it'll be done and, won't have anything but. But since somebody wanted Kermit back, hello, hi ho, give it to me.
What?
Excuse me.
I don't think Kermit's that disgusting.
That's right.
It's you.
But people love me.
William Bafflin Witcheroo Rose. Okay.
Mm-hmm. The one thing I remember, Kokori, I won't go into details because frankly, I consider that privileged information, but his brother told me that Kokori had been through some major shit, which I'm sure has resulted in some major warping of his perspective, especially about his attitude towards porn and those who like it. So he considered, horrible perverts and working for the devil and everything else. With so. Because I'd done some cover ideas for his manga, which I'll tell you. I got. Why do I keep shutting that down? Let me pull up a few things here.
I mean, I'm not great at editing and stuff.
Whoops.
For better or worse, you get mostly what you get with my photos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can edit a little bit, but I'm not stellar at it.
Yeah.
And it's not going to change a ton.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's apply that so it's a little more centered. Clarify it. So we boost to about there. Yeah. That looks a little bit better though, doesn't it?
Hold on. I'm doing stuff here. Temporary censorship here.
I don't know if I'll ever be great at the stuff I do. Just okay. To everyone out there, I've made this life through a lot of painstaking work.
Mm-hmm. Over there. I'll put that over here. And
Thank you.
But okay.
Let's try.
There we go. Oh. There's
Yeah.
text there. Yeah.
Pretty all right.
All righty. Well, okay. Good night then. It's 3 a.m. Well, it's 3 a.m. in Sweden, so he's going to bed.
Who was that in the chat?
He is another, so you kind of taking a bemused look at the whole thing, saying we all got to, get some perspective here. But he's one of the guys that keep me honest.
I'm just here to criticize you and share photography.
Yeah. What do we take a brief moment here to.
I give about that much to all the indie crap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't trust anybody who acts that creepy.
Yeah.
So her whole inner circle,
Yeah.
I keep it kind of arm's reach.
Well, trying to keep them beyond arm, trying to boot them to the curb to go, take a long walk off a short pier. But I tried to figure, I was having fun with the manga thing that Kikuri is working on. So I figured, let's do some cover ideas. So I had this, our photo sets here. One, once I found, the font for doing this, and I'll just do a little playing around with the Indiana Jones logo so I can get the slant and all that. And then finally settled on the it's Indigo White and the Temple of Fenboys. And this is kind of a Laura Croft type of outfit she had in one of her photo shoots. And that's not bad. And then another one. Well, mainly this one. You do with the guns there. And then another switch later on. I need some more evil. So yeah. What?
You didn't put the tray down.
I'll get the damn. Just calm yourself. Calm yourself. God.
I'm lying down as soon as
Well, just calm the hell down. God damn it. We are live. Stop it. And yeah, normally it does not have the block on it, but for the sake of YouTube, I put this up here. And also, dark on the background, add some little glowy red eyes. The femboy thing back there.
Anyway, Mr.
And this.
Part.
No, I'm not saving that. And then this one, I thought really because that look in their eyes, with the Halo helmet there, and
anyway.
But this one, the ones with the showing the titty stuff, Kikuri kind of took offense at because it's showing nakedness. But we can't do that. We wait a God. This is what I got to live with. Hold on, back in a bit.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here working on roses.
This is why I took you to the studio.
Every time she drags him off, I get to take over for a little bit. And then I can show you all how hard I truly work when I can put their stuff aside and focus on me. This is why I don't care about Indy. I quite frankly don't give a fuck what happens.
Oh, Lordy.
I know that's mean to say, and part of me recants it, but then again, despite the fact that I'm here for Bob, I don't give a fuck what happens to Indy. Just saying.
Yeah.
I try to explain to people, I'm not here because I give a shit. Not about all the drama. I hate drama.
Yeah.
That's why every time they show up to my page, I start telling them to fuck off and I block them.
I got shit going on your page or what?
They have a few times.
All right. Nothing showing up on my side.
Not recently, thankfully.
Okay.
But like when they do, I have to say because I just don't care. I get you're all like somehow wrapped up in this world that I just don't fucking care about. But let's be clear.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. No, I recently had a little exchange with Kikuri. They're going to build the War of a Crusade to start saving other. No, I just want to get Indy out of this. The rest of them. If we can serve an example to others, fine. I'm not going to continue this fight beyond getting Indy out of this crap.
Zero fucks given.
Yeah.
I just want to show off artwork and hang out with my friends. And unfortunately,
one of them is slightly obsessed. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that. You can have that. I'll give you that. How's that one?
That works.
I get some very good shots, don't I? Pretty.
Let's see if I can tweak them. Yeah.
I don't want to know who's tweaking what.
Trying to get it, mute your mic.
Tweak it, slut.
No, seeing if I can mute your mic and unmute it. It's not doing any different. So it's a problem on your end.
I tried muting and unmuting, and it just gets worse.
Well, try getting out and coming back in.
Oh,
Let's see.
just remember you all love me. You love me.
Well, I'm showing we've had 28 views so far. And we're still monetized, believe it or not.
I haven't managed to kill the monetization yet. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. We've had 46 views. Wow. My review of the Lower Decks, the series review, has gotten over 500 views so far. That's a bit. All right. And, okay. Talk.
Okay.
There we go. Now we're working.
Hi, staff, you crazy bitch.
Says the biggest crazy bitch.
All right, you two.
No.
Oh, I picked up a
I
subscriber.
bow to your queenship of this status.
So far, that video has earned 75 cents and picked up another subscriber. Okay.
Well, there's a piss in the wind, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is one particular kind of
Just
cat
ignore
I've
the
been
fact
looking
that
for. If I ever find one, I'm adopting that one right away.
for some reason the viewership dropped off
Yes.
to nothing after 2 minutes, but still.
Yeah, they have a whole Reddit dedicated to it. They're called Titlers.
Oh
Because
boy.
it's something about the facial
It's the black
markings
and
they have.
the black and white cats, calico type, but there's the black mark right under the nose.
Kind of makes them look like Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
Poor babies.
Yeah.
Way I figure it, Hitler was reincarnated into a cat for being a genocidal asshat.
So he's put it back into an animal that has the same tendencies but can't act on it because it's the cat.
So it's a Salem thing from Sabrina.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Yeah.
How's that looking?
What do we got?
Oh, very nice.
There we go. Yeah.
Hydrangeas.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I love your photography.
Back up to 1338 on subscription.
I'm just the right kind of crazy bitch to do it and make it work, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Have you taken any pictures of the cats yet?
Yes, I've shown you them before.
Yeah, I think I've seen pictures of Ornery and maybe Baby Girl.
I take pictures of the cats all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Goofball.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're adorable little sons of bitches.
Yeah. 76 days to go on this strike. It's it's a content removed by Daisy Winters. So it's like, clearly that movie had a effect on her when she was a kid. Yeah.
Okay. Let's sharpen it up and clarify it.
Yeah, there's this one porn parody that Bob's got on his computer somewhere. I watched it once, and I think I fell asleep halfway through. It was that boring.
Which one?
Flash Gordon.
What was it? Fletch Gordon?
Flash Gordon, yeah. I think it's because Bejo Trimble did the costumes for it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
It's not exact. It's definitely softcore, stuff there.
I mean, if I'm gonna watch something like that, then I'm gonna watch the ones where Jackie writes the books and Joan stars in the movies. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right, honey?
yeah, Joan Collins. Something.
Yeah, I've got a 2 set of the stud and the bitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about that one, Steph?
Yeah, Jackie wrote those books, and
Comment on the picture. Nobody cares about your movies.
Oh, bite me.
Steffi.
Yeah.
Picture.
Here.
Say something
Cute.
nice.
I like it.
Okay. It's like, don't make me come in there.
Yeah, I could go for a calendar of this stuff alone.
Yeah.
You know what?
Mm-hmm. That might be a bad idea.
If you want a calendar for next year, just give me a list of what kind of pictures you want, and I'll send you a set. Pick 12 or 16 or whatever, and I'll go to one of these custom sites and make one. Just give me a few dollar fee for doing it. It'd be fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Besides, I owe you one anyway.
She says that well-intentioned, and yet it makes me go, what's she up to?
I don't know.
I'm talking about when she gave us money, honey. I figure I owe her one.
I try to help people.
Yeah.
I don't worry too much about it. One thing I've learned in life is never loan money or give money if you expect to get it back. Otherwise, you're just going to want to go on a homicidal rampage. I mean, because people disappoint you every time. They're fucking stupid.
Yeah,
and the more they
speaking of
disappoint you, the
homicidal
worse
rampages, I was just watching this old TV movie, Death of a Cheerleader, based on a real life case in California, where this frumpy little girl, who admires this really upper crust type sophomore and just wants to be like her and everything. And finally, one night, she just snaps and stabs this chick to death. They didn't even suspect her until well into the investigation.
Oh, Robert Butler died.
Who?
The director of The Cage.
Oh, that sucks.
They've been around forever, God.
Of course, then again, you didn't even know Rick Colby died.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen a lot of these deaths that never get reported, and you're like, why not? They were important people in their time.
Yeah. Well, it was behind the scenes stuff, the TV director.
Yeah, the thing I remember about.
I think the one that really shocked me that I never heard a thing about was when June Foray passed, because she was critical in the era of cartoons and comics and all that stuff for doing all these voices. And she was over 100 years old, and she had thousands of credits.
Damn, I don't know she made it that old.
Yeah. It's like, for all she survived and did,
yeah,
for how long she did this work, for how much she made a difference,
oh, fucking hell.
She fucking deserved to get noticed more. And that was a few years ago, and I just sat there going,
yeah.
People who were a piss stain compared to her get better treatment.
Yeah.
And it was sad.
Waiting for a reaction.
She was voice acting up pretty much to the end. She was in many shows. She was multiple main stars.
They even brought her back for the Bullwinkle movie.
One thing I remember about Rick Colby was when I saw his gravesite on Find a Grave. The stone in his crypt said, "Enjoying my espresso."
Mhm. Anyway, I'm leaving this up till I get a reaction here.
I mean, that kind of ranks right up there with "I will not be back after these
Yeah,
messages."
Merv Griffin's tombstone. I will not be back after these messages. Yeah.
I don't like puns. I'm not giving you any satisfaction. Cut that shit off the screen.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. I like that though.
That's a pretty one. Not everything has to be really
nice.
sharp and really
There
crisp.
we go. Yeah, that's nice.
Sometimes the soft and the understated and the antique look work.
Next to that zoom, they can't really tell what it is exactly.
That would be the center of this.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you start doing those zooms, you get some interesting art modes. I'm just hitting this point where I went fiddling now because I need a break from the serious. I'm working my ass off so much. So freaking much. I don't think most people know how much I actually do.
Ow.
Yay. See, this just looks dirtier than it is. That's why I photographed it. And then I realized why they called them coxcombs.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they start building up multiple tiers, they start really kind of looking dirty.
Oh, that kind of reminds me of this picture I saw of a, I guess it was a golden retriever puppy lying on the ground with his ears kind of sticking out and his butt was kind of rounded at the bottom. Looked kind of like a fuzzy dildo.
Stuff, sometimes when you speak, I get disturbed and want to back away from you.
Oh, hush.
This is why I'm in the next room.
She's very creepy sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, well.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
Oh. No. That was the end of 21 when I went out with Dad. This was the last time I went and saw the bighorns with him.
Oh.
Damn it, now I'm getting all weepy. Fuck,
all right.
Fuck him. I miss going out and chasing photos with Dad.
Yeah.
I loved what I do with him.
Mm-hmm.
That was special. He was a crazy bastard and he was special.
Yeah.
Man, your pictures are gorgeous.
How is it you can make a painted desert interesting in black and white?
Okay.
But you can.
Yeah.
And you still see the stripes and that there's different tones.
Yeah, I get, the layers kind of come out a little better.
That is up in the Badlands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is one place that, if I could ever, get there and, get well enough, I would love to take pictures of.
That one that was up for a second.
Where did she say?
That one you just had up there looked a little blurry.
Yeah.
It looked like a screen grab from an old John Ford movie.
Unfortunately, not every picture always comes out. I'm honest. And that's
Anyway,
what it takes
like
about these.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying, there's this one place in Nevada that I would love to get a picture of, because I saw it in probably what was arguably one of the worst Star Trek movies, but the locale, it was like, oh my god.
And they about killed themselves getting to it.
Yeah, it's called the Valley of Fire.
Yeah, it's out in the middle Nevada desert. It's alien looking landscape, but it was a pain in the ass to get to, and I'm sure they really enjoyed going back for reshoots. When that last scene tanked the entire movie so badly in test screenings. It's like, if we put this out, we're gonna die.
Well,
and as it is, it's still kind of still has a bad taste in a lot of our mouths.
How's that one?
I gotta say, when it.
So the black and white, it looks like is this when they shot Tarzan with Johnny Weissmuller? Yeah.
Actually, that is the center of the Chicago Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the entire Star Trek franchise, Generations is Shakespeare compared to the crap that JJ's put out.
Well, either way, I still only we got the director's edition or the special edition of Generations, and it's like no, I only have that for the tribute to Matt Jeffries on the extras disc. I will not bother with the movie. It's like no.
How about that one?
Yeah.
Aww.
Such an evil little shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
the movie has been somewhat redeemed with season 3 of Picard, when they did bring back the Enterprise D in a satisfactory form, and it's revealed that Captain Kirk is actually on ice at the Daystrom Institute, Daystrom facility. So I'm not sure how people really appreciate. He basically undid Generations with that movie. That alone is worth, yeah, I'll take it.
You mean that episode of Picard?
Yeah, when they're on the Daystrom facility, where I find out they got Kirk on ice, and they made a very big. It wasn't just a quick little Easter. They lingered there for a while. Wow, like yep. We'll think about Project Phoenix type thing, which is a direct reference to The Return. Although, frankly, I would make a change in that story. Instead of the Romulans and using the Borg stuff, I would make a Section 31. That is the thing. Section 31 is an effective storytelling tool if you use it right. Something Kurtzman has yet to figure out how to do.
Well, I gotta say that the big thing that that really won my heart back with Brandon Braga was when he started doing Cosmos.
Well, I've seen a few interviews where he clarified this. It wasn't that he was against the stuff he was because he's around my age, But it's like how he hadn't seen all the original series. He wasn't watching. He was watching Twilight Zone and Outer Limits. Okay, he was in a little slightly higher, level of consumption of science fiction, because Star Trek, let's admit, is entry level sci-fi for most people. Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, a little higher up. It's a proper sit-down restaurant, whereas Star Trek really is McDonald's of sci-fi.
I'm not gonna agree there.
And the basic thing of this is, it's an entry level thing, and it's, when it's done right, it's, McDonald's ain't you get off the dollar menu.
No, there is no done right. McDonald's is shit.
All right, well, pick your favorite fast food franchise, or whatever. What it is now, though, is definitely a not very well run McDonald's and only the kiddie menu. We're not getting the occasional interesting dish coming down the pike. No, we're getting nothing but Happy Meals. And you will take your stale cheeseburger and like it, or and the fries that should have been thrown out, 2 hours ago. And so what if the Coke is flat? That's your problem. Like I kind of look at the McDonald's will start in the sense of it's entry level. This is where you start on, and you progress on to the highbrow stuff. You go on to the Asimov and the Bradbury stuff. You're not supposed to stay there,
Brandon Brackett is actually 58.
So he's around my age. He's about a year younger.
I started
when
I was little reading things like Asimov and Hemline.
Yeah.
I moved to Star Trek.
Yeah.
I still love Star Trek, but
yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like Ron Moore is like a week older than I am. Okay, so it's right around the same age there.
You're such an old bastard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I say it with love.
No, Sylvia. I rescinded my call that Brandon Braga is the Antichrist. I have pictures. I rescinded that a long time ago. No.
Yeah, but the thing that really won my heart back was when he started working on Cosmos.
Well, yeah, and he's also one of the execs on Orville, taking what he learned from Star Trek and he's playing there.
Yeah, you know how many people from Star Trek have actually been on the Orville now?
They've stolen half the production staff from Next Gen. Drexler's been on worked on Orville, so I think the Okuda's one. A lot of people, have Star Trek in their resume who worked on the Orville, and that's by design, because that's the vibe he's going for on there.
I think my favorite episode so far of the Orville was when Liam Neeson was on there.
Yeah, well, that's a case of why am I blanking on his name all of a sudden?
Seth MacFarlane?
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, vapor locked everything. That's just him open up his Rolodex, because he worked with, Liam Neeson was in A Million Ways to Die in the West. That's how he got Charlize Sharon in that episode.
I think the funniest episode so far of the Orville, though, was the one where Kelly and Ed ended up in that, in that alien zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of showed they would have broken up anyway.
Yeah, but the funniest part of that was, when Alara, came up with this plan to give them something even better.
The solution, give them all reality TV shows, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, like Real Housewives.
Yeah, anything that Fox had the rights to. Yeah.
I'm kind of at that point. My brain is kind of shut off.
Well, we've been at it for a couple hours now.
But that's an interesting picture.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Anyway, it kind of looks. Are those flowers or a big cluster of little butterfly things?
Hydrangeas.
Yeah.
Big cluster flower.
Yeah, but if you don't know what you're looking at, are those all? That's like a bunch of moths there. One thing. They expect them to all fly away at any second. Someone shakes the branch. Yeah.
The flowers kind of look like that when you look at the plants too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's this effect where you feel like you're looking at a ton of little fluttering things everywhere.
Yeah. Let me throw something up here real quick.
I am getting exhausted.
All right.
mentally, emotionally.
Yeah. But here's something that hopefully I start a little fight on their side because not so much they can really do with this to try and make it too creepy. So this is a correction because I waited too long to notice the typo. They left out a couple words, so that's why I made a boo boo. So give me a chance to say this again. Let's go back to when we were still communicating and you're not winning because I just make your dick hard. That's one of the biggest ones of contention you seem to have when someone wants to be friends is, do they like you for you and not just because I make your dick hard? So, Andy, let me make this perfectly clear. If you never made another porn video again, I would still love you for the intelligent, creative, funny, beautiful, insightful person you are. So stick that in your fucking wagnalls. Because I'm trying to think of approach of, not giving them an opportunity to twist it into something weird.
They will.
No, they'll try, but try and get at least when they do it, it's obvious what they're doing. Or that's a bit of a reach, Because I know a lot of the stuff they've done. Well, if you do this, he'll go away. I ain't going away, assholes. Because I'm not here just for the dirty pictures, okay? I'm in this for the person. You guys are there for the dirty pictures and the whatever perverted stuff you think of getting her to do. I know. No comment.
Shut up, honey.
Yep. Quick.
I share that sentiment. You ever thought of muzzling him?
Eh?
It wouldn't work, I guarantee you. Many a grade school teacher has tried over the years and it never worked. My 4th grade teacher had the bright idea to try and tie me to my seat back in the corner. I made a point of just untying the rope and sitting on my desk and remaining at my seat. That just kind of irritated her. Oh, darn. That one fusion is sold. So, yeah.
Aw.
As cheap as it was, I'm surprised it lasted this long.
Hey, you guys.
But there are others.
Here.
What are we at here? All right.
I am having a really crappy day.
Oh.
Not a bad
Oh, honey.
What?
Next time you get the bright idea to do another road trip, I want to go to Riverside, Iowa.
Uh-huh.
And you should know why.
I know.
Because you want to see me.
How close are you to Riverside?
That too.
Less than less than an hour.
Okay. Well, that works out then.
It's remember I told you the city I go to visit my friend all the time? That's like about a half hour south of me. It's about another 15 minutes past that.
All right.
Literally, I actually go down there to get food at the butcher shop and stuff in that town.
Because there is a little Star Trek museum there, apparently.
Voyage Home Museum. Been there many times. Actually, I can show you something here in a second.
Oh, okay.
One moment.
And they don't
I don't want to screw up what I'm working on at the moment, so let's back up here a sec. I can go into
forward. What do we got forwards?
Where is it?
They got an Explorer and an F-150, neither of which I can even come close to affording. So nope, we'll not be dealing with Ralph Schultz Nissan anytime soon. So
Yeah, the other Star Trek related place I want to go to is in Alberta.
Vulcan.
Here you go.
There we go. Yeah.
That's Data's desk from the show.
Yes, prepare to pull me out of there with the jaws of life once you get there. Okay.
And the stuff all over it is different pictures, memoirs, and signed thank you letters to the museum for taking care of it from Spiner. I go there. Did you know? This isn't my pictures for a reason. I took this. Oh, yes, this here on the desk.
They just need a cat.
To the Riverside Museum, thanks for taking care of my desk for me.
Red Spiner.
Red Spiner, Data. With the picture of him at the desk on the show.
Yeah.
And there's the picture of him holding it
holding the picture
to prove that he signed it.
Yeah,
he took a picture of himself holding it to prove it was a legitimate signature.
I still remember that last scene in Generations when Data found Spot.
Yeah, and the yellow,
all weepy.
The yellow tears going. It's like, yeah, it's playing things a little hard, aren't we? Here.
I had to show you this when you mentioned it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll tell you, if at every point you find yourself down in Georgia, though.
Yeah, go to Kingsland.
Kingsland, Georgia. It's way in south, real close to the Florida border. But that's where they got the sets for Star Trek Continues.
And then there's
the Sword
like
of Kalis. And then, God, that's a little too ornate.
Wow.
Different ones that were used in different things, though.
Yeah, it looks like. I don't know. Oh, wait, that was a guitar. For the rowdier dies.
They have actually relocated this now to a different place in the town, so that you can't get the picture like this one anymore. They still have it, but it's not in the same spot.
Yeah.
You can't get it with that cemetery look behind it anymore.
It's too bad. Well, in a way.
But that's a good picture I got, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, since it's supposed to be future birthplace, you don't want to necessarily put it in a cemetery.
This mural.
Oh.
On the fence next to one of the spots.
And
then their own version. It's not the Enterprise, it's their own ship based on it.
Yeah.
That they use for the floats.
Yeah.
And then they've got all kinds of, and that one blurred, unfortunately, but look at this.
Yeah.
Different models that came from different shows, sets, rare collections, stuff like that.
Just and the comics and something.
No, I don't know anything about the museum. Steph, you remember the fact? Where do you think I bought this? That's my mouse pad. I have a shirt of that. I gave my dad a shirt of that, which he wore all the time. He did have enough sense to decide it wasn't a good idea to wear that shirt to the hospital on the res when he was going through the medical right before he died. Because I guarantee you, that phrase is not going to mean the same thing on the reservation.
No. Okay, let me see. Get out of the Indy.
Especially when you're talking about a res where pretty much nobody has power or internet or shit, so they're not exactly following pop culture.
Let's see if I can find the pictures of the.
I have a freaking shirt that's done up as an old Western T-shirt with the Enterprise coming out of the center of it. That's based on the Fistful of Datas. For crying out loud! All of this stuff I bought at that museum. I go down there. They ask, "Oh, so how are you today?"
Stop it! All right.
I wonder if that stream's still around. Andrea, see, Seabrook when she used to be around the community before she left and disappeared.
Oh.
I met up with her in Riverside. We actually did streams together, going through the museum and stuff.
Okay, this was a big picture back in the day. What the fuck?
So, I might be a bit of a Trek nerd.
Honey,
Yeah.
if I recall, Vulcan, Alberta was where they made that.
Yeah, they had artesian well there, so they built Altair water. We got a bottle or somewhere. Well, this is back when the Star Trek Experience was still up and running. This was a big picture back when I posted it. Back in the old days. Now it's teeny tiny. But let's see. Some of the stuff they had here. This one I kind of got a kick out of because this was, in the museum. Representative of, the rare ground. It did the exact same error with the decals that I did on my model. The register was supposed to be down here on the slanted side. They put it on the flat side. It's like, and this is from the studio. Made me feel a lot better about my model making efforts. It's like, see, they fucked up.
I remember trying to take some pictures, when we're in line to get into the shuttlecraft ride. And there was this one fat bitch ahead of me.
There's a darkened area down there. Trying to get a look at the Borg thing at the end. It's a darkened corner, and this very white-haired white bitch stuck her face and basically washed out the entire picture.
I mean, I was so tempted to say, "Hey, wide load, get out of my way!"
Yeah. But here's one of the things I had there.
So,
pretty sure this is a recreation. But
it just struck me when you mentioned the museum there. I had to show you that.
What do we got? Yeah, this is,
and I'm sure you're both shocked to know I spend time at a Trek place.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Once you find out you're there, well, yeah, I'm sure you're there every day you can. But yeah, for the Spock's little, stone knives and bear skins. So, yeah.
Oh, honey.
I doubt that's the actual prop. I don't think that would have survived all these years. Although you never know. Stranger things have happened. What? Speak.
Didn't they also have the photon torpedo that they shot Spock's body into the Genesis planet on?
Yeah, in fact, here it is right there. Well, at least a torpedo casing. Whether it's the same one, who knows? But then, how often did we see more than one torpedo at a time? Like this was like right at the entrance of the little, museum thing where you're walking in, and this thing's right there at the entrance as you went in.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, okay, there's a torpedo. Yeah. But this, this great big, that ship was at least 20 feet long, hanging over the whole thing. And thing is, when they shut it down and started taking down all the models, the workmen they brought in were just going to rip them down and totally destroy them in the process. Some fans got wind of it, and no, and they got together and they, as carefully as they could, take them all down so they'd all be at least, if not completely intact, at least be able to put them back together later. Yeah. And they've all been auctioned off, but they were just going to rip these things down and destroy them. And the stupid thing is, they were making room. It was supposed to be a Michael Jackson type of thing. Never happened.
Oh,
Check
remember
out the
that
entire thing for nothing.
Enterprise D model that we saw in one of the higher end shops in the experience?
I don't know about an E there. This is an Enterprise I had. This is basically
No, Enterprise D.
that, yeah, brass thing. But yeah, they had this 5.5 foot long Enterprise. This is just like fiberglass. So but this would be like a direct copy of the one that Greg Jean made for Trials and Tribulations. No lights though. This was just just a static model.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 1/2 scale to the big 11-footer. Oh, I do have all the pictures. Good. I was afraid I didn't have these.
Tomorrow is going to be interesting.
I took a good chunk of pictures from the experience, and we do have some video that's still on a VHS somewhere. But I got a bunch of one of my pushing my Starfleet Marine Corps thing. I'm onto something here. It's like, and I didn't like the thing where they replaced the eagle on top with the insignia. No, that's not right. I've since substituted this with a phoenix. That's a little more indicative of Starfleet anyway. So it fits better. The mascot of Starfleet Academy is the Fighting Phoenixes. But if I could put the Delta in the middle of the thing, and there's your Starfleet Marine Corps. That we're looking for a few good life forms. But as you may know, Starfleet is not a military in the classic sense, and that its primary mission is of exploration and alien contact, not preparation for and implementation of armed conflict. But there are instances that they are beyond even the formidable capabilities of the regular Starfleet vessels and personnel. That's where the Marines come in. When a threat appears that requires a purely military response, the Marines will be there, just like they've been there for centuries. The few, the proud, the Marines. And I figured variation on the Monster Maroon thing. There is your Marine uniform right there. Just put a little proper collar up there. Just change the colors. And it's ready to go. And I would like to do that uniform one of these days. But, I figure, what kind of ships are the Marines, their carrier class? It's like, this thing's a battle wagon. It's got like 20, torpedo launchers. And Miranda class is like one of the things with the Marines current is like the old joke is they don't get anything unless it's already leaking transmission fluid or whatever. Because they get hand-me-downs for the rest of the thing, and they make them work better than they did back when the Air Force and the Navy had them. So I figured they'd be fine. Akira's, Miranda's, and what do we got here? Yeah, the Defiance. Firepower of a Galaxy class starship packed into the package the size of a Constitution class primary hull. Toughest design ever. In other words, a born Marine. The Peregrine Grant and these little fighter class, standard Starfleet fighter design, and nobody flies them better than Marines. Just ask the Dominion.
Me like.
And wrap it up with the Danube class. These pint-sized starships are the Jeeps of Starfleet, not just the Corps. But we have yet to see a regular Starfleet runabout covered in a gunship. We've got 6 squadrons of them. And the Constitution class, less than a dozen of them still in service, but even after a century, still one of the most reliable and versatile starship designs around. That's a pretty good compliment for the Marines,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the biggest Star Trek nerds that I've come across, just looking around online, was King Hussein of Jordan. I mean, the man was sending his son episodes of Star Trek while he was out in the field doing maneuvers. And in fact, his son, who is now the current king, ended up in an episode of Star Trek Voyager. It was just a quick walk on, but yeah, sure enough.
Well, when the royal of another country says, "Can I do a guest spot on your show?" Okay.
Good for relations with other countries, right?
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I've done this yet. I think where are we?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
let's start.
Speaking of nerdy type stuff like that, another thing that another franchise that King Hussein kind of got himself involved with was Indiana Jones. Yeah, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yeah, the lost city of Petra was one not lost.
Yeah, they did a lot of filming around that one particular part of Petra. And it was thanks to the King and Queen of Jordan, which was Queen Nora at the time.
Yeah.
I think my brain checked out. Sorry.
Well, we go on this since it is about the right time here. Happy birthday, Marines! Here, I got a new magnet for the back of the van. It's really fading badly. So. But I like how this came out. I think. Looks like we came across this Phoenix to replace because I did apparently run afoul of the Corps because the Marine Corps logo is copyrighted. So okay, well I got to change something there. Well, okay, we'll change the bird. So the anchor's kind of non-negotiable. So just make it a Phoenix instead of an eagle, and there we go. Yeah, that seems to have cleared muster ever since.
Ow.
Alrighty. And Tim has good news.
Yeah, he said that a bit ago, but I was kind of tired and out of it.
Okay.
When you were talking, so
and I was elsewhere. Yeah. So.
Congratulations, Tim. Sorry we were kind of distracted. Just blame him.
We're coming up on 3 hours here, so not going to go much longer, I think. But
yeah.
Yay! I am out of it. Holy freak fuck.
Oy.
And Bull Shark is on the I'm back, and if you don't like it, you can suck it. Okay.
Oy.
Why do people use sex terms as insults?
Why not? I mean, in my case, I try to clean it up, like when
No, you
I
don't.
tell somebody to perform sexually impossible acts upon themselves.
There's very few that's actually impossible to everybody, just saying.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can't fuck yourself, though.
That's a borderline. I love rewatching the old Frasers and at the point where Niles is telling that it's inappropriate to end a sentence with a preposition. It's definitely to write something that hands it to him. Okay, but technically off is a preposition too.
That reminds me, I'm watching the new Frasier. It's actually kind of hilarious.
Yeah, Shadow's saying some nice things about it. It's getting better. It started off a bit iffy, but it's getting better.
And it's got oh crap, what's his face from Only Fools and Horses?
Yeah. A British sitcom back in the 80s, highly acclaimed, and kind of a bonding thing between me and Steamy. He's a huge fan too. So
Yeah, there was this one guy.
I will have to actually talk to Steamy more.
Yeah.
There is one guy that actually showed up on Only Fools and Horses that was also in the Full Monty.
I'm sure a number of people have been in there.
I'm talking about the one guy,
You're talking Broadbent? Oh, Denzel. Yeah.
Yeah, Denzel.
Yeah.
And Carlisle says,
the lunchbox has landed. Anyway, the potato chips away. All right.
And they were doing this whole full money thing just in order to raise some money so they could Robert Carlyle's character was doing it so he could do better things for his kid, and it's like the other ones.
Part of the whole thing of the story, and it's based on a true story, but because it's the local guys, it's not because none of them were particularly hot. Okay. I mean, one of them is Mark Addy, for God's sakes. Okay, he's fatter than I am.
And also Tom Wilkinson.
Yeah. Old and fat, yeah. Okay, we're approaching the 3-hour mark.
Are you going to keep announcing the time or actually do something about it?
I think we're going to pull the plug at this point because I'm ready to fall over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bear Nerd Fun. Do something. And I keep getting followed by these Asian chicks. I think it's all the same girl this time.
Oh boy.
Isn't it really awkward that one of the pictures that these bots have stolen to use for those accounts I recognized from one of my friends years ago? Especially considering it's the one that's used for the Hi Fuck Me accounts all the time.
Yeah.
I was sitting there looking like, I mean, she does kind of look like she's saying "fuck me" in those pictures.
Yeah. And Laura just posted some about 25 minutes ago. American Indian veterans have highest record of military service. American Indians and Alaska Natives serve in the armed forces at 5 times the national average and have served with distinction in every major conflict for over 200 years.
We are less than 2% of the population and over 20% of the military.
Yeah.
That is actual fact. And we have the highest rate of good service and honors in the military. This is something I've been trying to point out to people for years when they bash on Indians and do the tree hugging hippie shit. It's like, no, Peaches. We love our fucking country. We don't love everything it's done to us.
Government, is another issue. But
we don't love everything it's done to us, but we love our country. We want to fight for it. We want to defend it.
Did you see my little tweet I directed at, when Laura posted something else about something, act was passed in 1950, something. I directed that one towards Trump, said, this is America's original sin, and we need to address it.
Look at that one.
Meh.
Ram, you. I mean.
Let's see, where are we here?
Just throwing that up there because
there we go.
That kind of stuff. I don't have Bighorn sheep for this year in these sets yet. Wow.
Now, look at it. I said I was going to start pushing, Trump on this. And here, okay. U.S. passed the Indian Proliferation Act, created the reservation system, yada, yada, yada. And it said, again, This is his Twitter account. It is active. So that, Mr. President, this is America's original sin, and it is long past the time when it should have been dealt with. The system is still in place and is still in many ways trying to drive the native population into extinction lest they assimilate into white culture. Clearly, lands cannot be returned. Too much time has passed, etc. But the reservation system must be reformed into something far more humane and respectful of native cultures. Put that into the re-election platform, and you'll likely tap a whole new vein of support.
You know what? That's hard for him to win. Being completely honest here.
Well, the way it's going, it's like he can mail it.
The Keystone Pipeline, they tried to push.
That can be.
There's more to this. There's a reason that this affects him more.
Yeah.
Absolutely violated tribal lands. Absolutely violated water treaties.
Yeah.
He tried to force it through after the courts actually stopped it repeatedly for breaking the law. As his first executive order when he first took office.
Yeah.
Natives fucking hate him.
Not a great idea. Not a great move. I think there should be a way to do that without doing all that, though. Yeah.
And the thing is that if you know the history of the Keystone Pipelines, the XL one was offered free land to take it a different route, and they refused repeatedly.
Yeah. That
right there should give you a cringe moment.
Yeah. So I think revisit it and work out somewhere, because it's built on the Canada side. They want to sell us the oil. Okay,
They don't want to sell it to us. It's not for us. The pipeline's supposed to go through us to Mexico.
Well, either way, they're trying to get.
It's supposed to be an upgrade to a pipeline that already exists, and the pipeline that already exists broke the law so many times building it and running it that they've already had multiple spills and actually destroyed part of South Dakota with it.
Ew.
They're a fucking parasite company. They're absolutely horrible, and I support drilling.
Yeah.
This is why most people don't know the facts behind this, because unless you're in those areas and you're watching all the court cases, you don't, because they bury the news on what it actually is.
Well,
and I tell people, I was out there agreeing with the whole drill, baby, drill, and all that, but not this way.
But do it right. Yeah.
Not this way, though. And that's the problem I have. And when the courts literally fined and shut them down over 70 times between the three states that were fighting it. And he tried to override the court rulings with an executive order, which is a violation of the separations of power. It left a really bitter taste with natives.
Yeah.
So his ability to try to gain your support back from any of us is not good. It's an uphill battle. Yeah. Multiple times he's done things to spit in the face of natives.
All right. Well, I'm hoping to change that.
Including sticking the native veterans under a poster of Andrew Jackson when they were supposed to be honored at the White House.
Ooh, that was not good.
And making jokes about native culture to compare it to Warren. Because we're not the fucking problem. She is. We're really fucking sick of everybody who takes shots at native culture to try to insult her. We really fucking hate them, in fact. Because we don't like her either. We don't want to be insulted for her because we don't claim her. She's not us.
Well, when it started coming out, because this one had the high cheekbones. That's what you're basing it on? Some grandmother had high cheekbones and dark. Look at Catherine Zeta-Jones, okay?
Oh, she's Welsh. She's
a
minority, and she looks like a minority.
Yeah.
And she's fucking stunning.
She fucking looks like Pocahontas, for God's sake. She's fucking Welsh.
She looks Hispanic.
Well, either way. It's got an ethnic look. It's like there's nothing ethnic about it unless, suddenly Welsh is, some kind of ethnic thing. Yeah.
Yes, actually it is, because all...
Within Britain, yeah.
Well, I've never understood why they tried to turn ethnic into a term for minority. Ethnic just means the different ethnic groups. It's such a weird.
It's a casting. It's a shorthand casting term for swarthy looking. Brown hair, black hair. Black hair, brown eyes. Olive complexion. That's ethnic.
As pale as I am, I actually look Lakota. Damn it, even with the pale skin. She doesn't.
Gavin McLeod claims some Chippewa ancestry.
I don't doubt that. I think,
like way back in his father's line.
yeah, and on my Uncle Cease apparently had a thing going. I go, there was a half Cherokee grandmother, and no, I dig through that. There's not a shred of it, And plus, also the DNA came back. There's not a drop of native blood. Okay? I'm more British than the native Brits. Okay.
As I keep saying, to be fair, there's nothing for them to base that on, because natives, no tribe is allowed a genetic study of them for the DNA testing, because we actually disagree with the entire premise of how it's done and the science behind it.
Yeah.
So when they tell people, you're this much percent of the tribes from this part of America, we're all sitting there going, you fucking liars. You don't know that.
Well, again, I've shown you that DNA, answers the MD. It's like,
yours knows you're European.
Yeah.
They keep telling people they're native based on the DNA. There's nothing to base it on. They're making this shit up.
Yeah. Well, in Warren's case, it's like, well, what little there is actually South American.
Well, in Warren's case, the person who claimed that she had this micro percent was an ex-coworker of hers who's a friend of hers.
And that's the best. And that's the best he could do. It was like,
you might have a tiny bit
1/10 to 1% that's actually probably Peruvian. It's like,
and literally, that was her friend trying to give up her an excuse to claim it.
There, see? No, bitch. Just because you're from Oklahoma doesn't mean you're part of Cherokee, okay? I said, my mother was born in Oklahoma. Not a drop of Cherokee. Okay.
I'm still convinced almost everybody in this country has at least a drop of Cherokee. They really were the free love hippies of the natives. I mean,
well, not my folks' families. Okay.
Might have a drop of it in that unknown section that everybody gets on those tests. Trust me.
Well, I don't have any unknown thing. Everything's identified on mine.
Well, there's a margin of error. That's why I said I'm pretty much sure nobody's completely without Cherokee blood with how much they intermingled with everybody. Yeah. Even if it's you married somebody white and they had a fraction, Let
me pull this up again. I got screwed. I'm paying for it again, so let's go ahead. That's your results summary.
I have a lot of issues with the science behind those and a lot of the claims they make on them. And this one I have to ask because it bears repeating in a lot of ways. How the fuck is it so many people who are full-blood siblings or twins have gotten completely separate results, but they're claiming it's over 99.9% accurate? Does not compute.
I would only go that accuracy if you're trying to identify, crime scene stuff. Like matching up DNA with someone from that we found this is a crime scene. Yeah. This is your DNA.
Well, the entire basis of DNA testing for race is they are literally testing to base you on a few families that they tested in each area that are the ones that have been known they're the longest. And again, even with that, it's only a couple thousand years at most, and most of them only a few hundred. We don't even know if these were the people that actually were this race. These family could have been interlopers for all anybody knows. There's no factual proof of any of it that they're basing it on at the beginning. So I have a problem with the entire science behind it. Because there's too many what ifs that are not explainable. I do this stuff and I tell people, I don't know.
I missed a birdie. You had a birdie.
Just a vulture.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, I got your bird.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out which one it is for sure because they're the black vulture or the juvie turkey vulture are very similar. They have almost identical markings and very similar black heads. So I'm trying to verify a few of the markings on it.
Okay, what happened here? There's nothing new there. So what?
Yeah, that one is confirmed as the young turkey. We do on occasion get the blacks here with the turkeys, just not very often.
And we have
usually when you see one.
All right, we're at the 3-hour mark. So. Okay, looking at some hints here. I am pretty sure that ancestor born in 1520 was not in the American Civil War. So no, it's a different William Littlepage in the Confederate soldiers thing. So we'll ignore that one. And definitely ignore a will from the yeah. Nothing. I have tentatively pushed this whole family line back to 1490.
Yeah, I tried that My True Ancestry thing that Mackie kept pushing on.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Apparently, I have some Merovingian in me.
I think we did find some Huguenot somewhere in there.
Like I said, I don't believe any of those things, but I am ever the cynic.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I'm about ready to go. All right. Actually, let's see. How soon is Burnett going live here? Let's see. Oh, and Mary's live in 30 minutes. About another 10 minutes.
Oh, please don't talk to me about that, bitch.
Oh, calm down.
Yeah, I don't care about you giving her a fair hearing. I see her in a chat on any of your teams, honey. I'm shutting that bitch down.
Anyway. Okay, Robert Burnett is doing his 900th episode in less than an hour. And the title of the thing is, a Starfleet captain asked me a question. I'd better have a good answer. Milestone. I wonder, is this a response to something I sent him? Because I've been challenging him lately regarding Lower Decks. Because one thing about lately, the last couple episodes especially, I think made a better argument for the nature of Starfleet and everything else than anything we've seen out of the live action shows in forever. Certainly since Enterprise. And actually, in my review, I texted in the last episode, said, Rob, I dare you, watch this episode. And watch this exchange here, you know. There's one point where Mariner is just kind of, spilling her guts to this Klingon. Like, Starfleet's supposed to be, puzzling out the reasons for existence and everything, not fighting wars, And they've really made Mariner kind of a poster child for, PTSD sufferers. Kind of goes. This is not just some silly, parody. This is an honest to God actual Star Trek show, and they. And there was one thing when Mike McMahon. I'm going to have him on, and that's my next target for interview subjects.
Okay.
Is to get a stream with Mike McMahon. We can talk about Lower Decks. But one of the things he said, on the extras on the season 1 Lower Decks DVD, Blu-ray set, talking about when he getting the writer said, we are going to do a proper Star Trek show. It's not going to be a parody, not the it's an actual, honest to God Star Trek show, and it's going to be adherent to canon and all, and it's going to reinforce. If anything, they have reinforced canon more now by referencing all the damn time. Everyone gets annoyed that no, this is for hardcore fans, and I think they're trying a little harder than the usual to convince that they are fans themselves by making all the references. But it's like they enjoy doing they love the fact they're doing a Star Trek show, and they're going to play with every toy in the toy box. Yeah. I think the fact that Cerritos is well lit. You can see everything. And the same Starfleet, everyone is educated and well fed, and nobody is trying to take over anything else. So I'm motivate. Look at the crew of Discovery or A Strange New Worlds. Everyone is out there because of some deep-seated trauma that they're dealing with and have to go out and they think, nobody's there because they want to be in Starfleet. There's not a person on any of those shows that wants to be in Starfleet. Whereas on lower decks, they all want to get out there. Even if it's only on a service ship like the Cerritos, they want to be in Starfleet and get out there and see the universe.
Yeah, there's only one reason
even Mariner
Discovery anymore.
Even the perpetual fuck up Beckett Mariner, she still believes in the mission. That's like, she doesn't agree with the chain of command very often, but she still believes in the overall mission of Starfleet. She has her own way of going about things.
Well, the thing that most people forget is that even in the military, not everybody's going to be the top rung.
No, like I said,
some people just aren't as good as others.
Yeah,
and that doesn't mean that they're not good people and not dedicated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're not going to get
have that. Yeah.
You can't have the entire fleet as the best of the best of the best, okay? For one ship, the Enterprise, yeah, fine, I'll buy that. But when your ship is way in the back ranks and all you're doing is delivering mail and pizzas, you're not going to get the best of the best of the best, okay? You're going to get folks who are good enough, And as such, people are people, they're going to goof off when they get free time, okay? They're not going to be driving full time. They tried that once on the ship where the Captain Freeman, no slack time, and they just about killed themselves. You got to give them time to goof off, The only one who enjoyed that was Boimler, because he lives for that shit. He was getting shit done ahead of time. Everyone else is killing themselves and they're stumbling around and fucking things up.
And now every time I see Jack Quaid in anything,
it's like, shut up, Boimler.
Yeah. Yeah, like when I saw him in that
in Hero
5, the first thing I thought was, shut up, Boimler.
But yeah, there has been more genuine growth of the characters even beyond just the leads of the four main characters. Every character they've had on there has some moment of glory in there. And they've gone and again, you usually go through the crew and remember their names more than anybody on Discovery. I mean, that one gal on the with the head, I'm forgetting her name.
Which one?
I get to my point. And I just made a point, and I can't remember her name anymore. She was one of my favorite people on there because she had an interesting look. She looked interesting. She looked like she was interested in what she was doing.
Mm.
But most like, fuck it.
You talking about Detmer?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
She actually was given a moment where she got to shoot out. Gay boy, what's his face? I don't know. Whatever. Like I said,
Which gay boy? You talking Anthony Rapp or?
Yeah, Rapp. That twit. Yeah. They've all screwed the pooch in my books. So forget it.
Like I said, only one reason I even watch that show anymore. It has 4 legs and lots. They
better have more than a cat for me to watch that show. In fact, let me see. Where's my video on how Discovery should have ended?
Yeah, instead we got Stacey Abrams. Gag.
Yeah, everyone knew that the Star Trek staff had a point of view that generally skewed to the left, but they didn't. They made a point of not, pounding into the audience's head that this is what we believe in. You should believe it too. No, you gave both sides a chance to breathe, and then even during the height of the Vietnam War, and I guarantee you, nobody on that stage, cast or crew, was in favor of the war. Okay, but the one where they came the closest, they're actually addressing it directly, a private little war. And Kirk is actually making the case for engagement. He's saying why we're involved and why we can't get out. Let's see if I can find that video here. I did so many videos. Well, this should really wrap it up for this guy. Now I really fuck it. I just gave up after a while. They're pushing this fucking thing through on spite. I suppose I should do an update on my fan film retrospective. Here we go. Let me pause that. It's about a minute and a half.
Copy, Commander.
Method.
We are on our way.
And they follow Michael Burnham in her little Iron Man suit into the hole and whoop. And if they had done this, okay. If they had done that and corrected the timeline that way, there'd be a lot less fighting. Okay, another 48 minutes on Rob's 900th episode. I'm just about the same number of episodes, or videos, live and produced.
Oh man. And only one character on Discovery that I ever found halfway tolerable, and that was Saru. I mean, he was kind of fun.
Well, characters actually put some thought into it. They didn't put enough thought into it because it's like that doesn't work after a while.
Yeah, I also remember Doug Jones's first job in
Hollywood. The Mac Tonight commercials from McDonald's.
Guy.
Yeah. Just in time to be sued by the estate of Bobby Darin. So yeah, the song may be public domain. That arrangement is not.
Oh, they still run those ads in Asia.
They can get away with it in Asia. Yeah. In the States, though, nope. They do it. Bobby Darin's estate gets a lot of money.
There is still a McDonald's somewhere down in the Orlando area that actually has the Mac Tonight guy. You know,
I don't think it's somewhere. I think it's when we were in. We just didn't go upstairs. Big, massive McDonald's down by Universal Studios.
one that actually still sells pizza and spaghetti.
Yeah. Hmm. They'll get them there for serving of McPizza and McSketty. Yeah.
Oh. There is still one place in Florida that I wish we would have gotten to before we left, and that's the St. Petersburg Pier.
Well, there's a lot of places down in Florida where I should have hit before we left, but yeah.
I mean, I remember when the St. Petersburg Pier was still that inverted pyramid, and yeah, they used it in Sequest for the UEO headquarters after the first season.
Well, if we could have gotten established down there, then that would be one thing. But found out the hard way. Nope, you can't get a job down, a radio job in Florida any easier than you could up here. So. In fact, I was getting more response from. I actually got a call from the program director at the mountain, 995 the mountain up, from up here while I was in Florida. If I'd been in town, I might have gotten a job. Before she shipped out to some parts unknown. She wanted to meet with me if we got back into town. I'd go back, and she already left. Yeah. That's it.
I know one place I would have not minded moving to if if I had gotten my full settlement and we were in a position to get a house, and that's Metropolis.
Yeah, that's a nice little town. Okay, and they're going to delay the Superman movie of James Gunn until July 11th, 2025. Well, the day before my birthday in 2025. Right. I'll believe it when I see it, guys.
Oh, honey.
What?
After poking around online, I discovered exactly why I like Blue Origin much better than I do SpaceX.
Yeah.
The price for their little accessories and stuff is a lot closer to reality than SpaceX is.
Well, the difference is SpaceX is in the business of actually going to space and not just doing suborbital hop plops and hops and sounding thing. Oh, here's one.
Oh, actually, Bezos is going a lot further now. That's what the new Glenn is about. Delivering payloads into space.
Yeah, but still. I think this sums up the issue rather nicely.
I've shared that one repeatedly with you over the years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, first time I've come up with it. Yeah. 41 minutes.
You don't pay attention to half the shit I share, do you?
I'm lucky if I see it half the time. I got a very busy timeline here.
Excuses.
Yeah.
And Queen Bitch of the Universe just went live.
Yeah. Yes, Mary's now live with shenanigans.
Don't give her that name. That name is good.
What, shenanigans?
No, if you're gonna complain about somebody, don't call her a Queen Bitch of the Universe. That's too close to the old screen names I used to use. Anyway.
Actually, that's what one of the guys on board the Explorer in the Abyss called.
Anyway, if I'm going to play that little video for you real quick, we do probably need to wrap up.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and get that out of there, don't you?
I will wave bye-bye to everybody.
Okay.
So
we got to watch this offline then? Or
yeah.
Okay. All right. That's 3 hours, 22 minutes. That's enough time to vent my spleen on this whole thing and say, Indy, I'm not giving up on you, but I'm not, but I know it's not going to take a while. It's going to take a while for you to acknowledge the fact that you're still the fucked up kid you were from that small town. When you're ready to stop flailing around thinking, oh, I found them. No, you haven't found the solution. You're just manifesting it again in a different way. We'll talk. All right. And we'll talk at you all.